All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It's already a little bit crazy, just from all week and going up. You started out with great data, then we had bad data yesterday. Market brushed it off, still got the rate cuts, and now this morning we're getting ready for the peace deal. You actually had retail sales, nothing came in surprising, and then all that's going to matter is whether something matters that comes out of the Russia-Alaska thing. So eyes up for that. Otherwise, everyone's going crazy over the 13Fs. We did get intel for the long term. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. But Chad, we only got 1 minute. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you are locked and loaded and call out any news. Otherwise, read the rules. Don't get banned. And thank you to all the new members and everybody who is positive and loving, and not just to say it, but in action and spirit. So God bless, baby. But yeah, we have less than 40 seconds, so let's have a good one. I already sent out the plays, and I'll give you guys some updates as we get through it. But let's see where it leads us. All right, man, 30 seconds. Oh man, this is gonna be good. All right, man, let's get it. I'm gonna see. I have a couple there again. Even those Eli Lillies, I'm gonna be watching that. There wasn't any crazy like news ones off the morning. So again, a lot of it, if it was news related, was probably a 13F. So we're going to see. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I don't have the other one open. Oh, that was so uneventful. My bad. All right, we're off. A couple option chains haven't opened up yet, so keep that in mind. All right, is Intel? Intel is, I think. No, they're not. The January ones are, and then the shares. But yeah, a couple of them are not opened up yet. Come on. Let's go. All right, so UNH on the low. Option chain is now open on UNH. There it is. All right. How much are those? Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. I need to take some of these. Let's see. Where'd you get to spread them? And then the Intels are opened. Some of them didn't go up though as much. And then that Eli Lilly is actually crazy. So the Eli Lillies, the UNH is already coming back down. Yeah, Eli Lilly 696. Yeah, those are a lot hotter in the morning. All right, yeah, UNH is coming down there, and then I'm looking at the Intels. Not all of them hit, so I'm gonna do something different today. Oh my gosh, no, that's 67%. Okay, and then the October ones hit. You can make them free, but I think I'm gonna hold them a little bit. All right, and then UNH is dumped, so that one's there. Because again, you have those UNH dailies. If you still do, those killed it. Those are 3,000%. Let me get rid of, okay. I'm taking some of them now. All right, I'm taking one set. I want to go. All right, I got rid of one of the UNH. Again, bro, we had some crazy UNH ones if you got them. So I'm making them free now. Roblo. And then where's Intel? Eli Lilly I like as well too. Those other plays. Intel came down 24.50. Huge spread. UPS on the high. Nasdaq's at 0.01 and then SPY. There's our everything else we needed. Pizza on the high. Qubits. Again, I've been looking. I'm trying to see these premiums here. So I haven't even been looking at what's moving as much. But yeah, it's not bad. UNH was just the Buffett and Palooza, but we bought a fuck ton of options. I did my sweet spot thing, and I was just putting out. We had 7 cents to like, it was like 7 cents to almost 1,000 each. It was kind of crazy on some of them, but for now I'm waiting. I already made them free. I'm gonna hold one, and then I'm waiting for Intel to do something. But yeah, we need something more. And then Twilio, they got added. That could be one. They got added to the mid cap or whatever. Mid cap 400. All right, I cashed out of another one. If you had the 309s or the 295, that was another 3,000%. That's crazy, bro. All right, we're crib. I think I still have a couple left, yeah. But now I have another idea. You're gonna see. All right, so I'm gonna roll all of the UNH shit into something. Oh no, it's not available. We might have to wait. Yeah, I'm holding the other UNH. Damn, the other ones are, they're at 7 now. That's crazy, bro. I'm actually blown away by that one. All right, so I got 2 more of them. I'm not looking at anything. I need to manage this, you guys. So once I take profits and roll over, then I'll be locked in. But I'm taking all this money, bro. That was crazy. The Intels won't fucking go, though. The Intels with time are all hitting, but anything on the weekly is a little bit sketchier. Where's Eli Lilly 2? That was another 1,000%er. Yeah. So if you have Eli Lilly 2, that one from yesterday, that one's only 500%. The other, there's the test one. That one did way better. And committed. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome. Google on the high again. There is Sam Altman in OpenAI. That's what they were talking about earlier. Homo business. What up, baby? Okay. Homo business. 100. I just saw the name. What? Bro, thank you. Y'all don't have to give me shit to do. I killed it today. You guys have no idea. So thank you. And if you had any of the Intel or UNH, bro, but beyond every other play this year, those were enough, bro. So at least if you got more than one on them. But yeah, bro, that's crazy. So thank you, my friends. And I did one rollover now. I think it might be it. But let me sell these. Hold on. Good morning. I'm trying to get rid of this other one. I'm trying to get me my profits. Actually, I think I'm gonna get rid of the other 315 one. Or the 305. Yeah, those are up 3,000% now. Another one. I'm gonna just get rid of him. Okay, I sold the last 305. It went up an extra 1,000. Oh yeah, Roblo, you did have that one. And then bonds are coming up. Watch the end. Don't forget about that. Yeah, your other, I mean, everything else on Intel is like 100 to 300%, but those have moved a lot slower. So that's the only problem. The Pepsis. We talked about UPS yesterday on the watch list. I like it still, but I like Intel more, is the answer. All right. Yeah, I still have some of the UNHs. They're still worth a lot. That's kind of crazy. Oh, there's the 315 too. That one I forgot about. That was a really old one. That one has a little bit more time, but I'm going to get rid of that one. The other one was a 305. I guess I'll just hold it. Fuck it. All right. Applied Material, biggest drop since March 2020. Yeah, they did terrible. All right, there's UNH. Oh. All righty, man. I think I'm good. I did my rollover. I just pretty much I took my UNH and I rolled it all over to Intel. That's it. For a play. And yeah, now I'm done. That was a really good day. I think. Yeah, I think I'm done. I might look at some other ones. I still have a couple of Intels I need to handle. Yeah, that's it. But do as you please. BV is crazy. And then oil's still there. So where are we at? 0.21 UNH rip. Oh, man. All right, now you're really getting thousands of percents. Maybe I was impatient, but I liked the money. I had to take it. Stream alerts, you can't sign up for it anymore. Maybe one day, but for now, it's just closed. We need more long terms. That's what I'm saying. I want to share a lot of this with you guys, but just I don't want people to get influenced too negatively because just not everybody's controlling it. And it's very easy to let it get out of hand. And quite frankly, when I tell people about the plays, they'll use that as an excuse to ignore the long term. And then again, they'll use it to discredit the long term. So I don't want to deal with that. And I want to make it very simple this year, how we've bought, what we've bought. I trade on the side. I mean, I think it's gambling. I call it gambling. I just think I'm good at gambling, but it's still gambling. But a lot of people don't treat it that way. Oh, UNH. Oh! I don't know. Is there more? Let's see. Oh, there's a lot. Oh my God. I could have doubled that up. That's crazy. Yeah, they scam me. I sold them for half the price. Bro, what? That's nuts. Well, let's see. Which ones? What other ones are there? Yeah, all of them are up a shit ton. can't trade those? UNH helps the Dow up. And the SPY a little bit, but that's UNH. That's why the Dow's up by 0.5. And then you got Microsoft as well. There's Intel. I like the UNH, but I don't want to get too greedy with it. But I'll wait. Actually, I'm going to keep one on watch, and if they come down, we'll hit it. But you don't have to force it. But then again, that one looks good. You can't. We talked about this yesterday, bro. Why are you doing this at 7 in the morning? Come on. So, yeah, you can't. Streamlabs is closed, brother. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Michigan consumer sentiment in 15 minutes. That's good, though. I think finalized play. I should have kept more of the UNH, but I wanted to get my down payment and call it a day. Okay, there's Intel. I moved a lot into Intel, so I already told you guys too, so don't act like I didn't. I took most of the money on UNH and I put it into Intel. So yeah, we'll see. And then I might even sell these too, bro. I sold another 295. I took one more off UNH. And then now Intel, now SPY's dumping, bonds going. Whoa. Huh? Oh, Russian missile sparks fire, injures Ukraine. I was like, what do you mean Russia missile? No. But that's in Ukraine. I was like, you can't, what are you saying? Ah! So yeah, be cautious. I wish the Intels are starting to climb now, but the Intel contracts suck on the short term. Any Intel with time that we front ran on, those are all hitting, but any Intel with no time is dead. It's up 10%, which is trash. So yeah, but everything else is doing very, very well. And then Intel is starting to move now. All right, I sold the rest of the UNH. I'm out. I took another couple. But I have no more 295s. I'm out. That was a great game. I thought they would be more juiced if it moves. That's it. So we're one of them. You're like near 50 cents on them. It'll hit if it goes, but unfortunately, it's a slow mover. But anyone with time, those are juiced and holding for a reason, I believe. So yeah. Here we are. Palantir dumping. All right. Yeah, Tesla's even on the low too. I'm watching the Intels. Palantir had a short report. And then SPY too, though. And then we have data in a little bit, but notice Dow's the only one up, and I'd argue it's all because of UNH. So yeah. Oh, that's... What the fuck is that price? Oh, Joby had the, what's it called? Joby had the test flight thing. Oh, I'm trying to get another one. Pepsi I like in the premiums, but they surprisingly didn't get that much like rotation. If you think about it from the other day. Okay, I think I'm done now. That's it. We just had to, do all this. It's a lot, man. I'm mad at the Intel short terms won't go, but I think with a decent amount. And then the day has just started, you guys. It's only been 20 minutes. So my bad, bro. My bad. Now you got, even then, the market just took that little dump there. It's only down a quarter or down 0.1%, which is good. But yeah, here we are. And then now I see Apple. That UNH stuff was fun for a little bit. Pepsi is going. We had one of those plays too, so maybe we'll get lucky. But other than that, man, I think we wait towards end of the day. We'll get more of your boy Trump and Putin. Other than that, whatever happens at consumer sentiment, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, Eli Lilly in the healthcare. Again, I'm assuming XLV is going to be outperforming. Well, again, the PPI yesterday, everyone ignored. I think consumer sentiment, it will get people reacting depending on how big it is. But also, too, like we talked about yesterday, the market wants something. And I really think the market wants that rate cut. And it's starting to not listen. NVIDIA's dumping, bro. You know why? Because Intel gonna be the new NVIDIA. No? Okay. I'm just excited. All right. Fine. Yeah, but all the chips are coming down right now. And then MP, everything that, honestly, even the ones that held up there. CoreWeave on the high. Oh, I forgot, bro. We got to get rid of those contracts. I still have some. Oh, they're still up. But now, yeah, that died after this. I can't. Those went up like 600. I can recap what happened with Intel. If you go to this channel, you will find it. So here it is. Yeah. So go to this channel and click live, and then go to the watch list right there, 11 hours ago, and it give you the full recap. I made it just for you. All right. Buffett did not buy Nvidia at 180. No. Macy's. All right. I haven't even seen that fucking headline. Again, Trump, Putin at his plane. Trump to meet Putin at his plane. That was the latest one. And then again, the data, whatever happens here, it just all depends on the scope. But like I'm telling you, yesterday, I mean, you had a big scope, and then it still was overlooked, and everybody again wants their rate hikes or rate cuts once again. So yeah, that's what happens, bro. That's what happens. Trump admin said the CHIPS Act fund for Intel stake. Hi. All right, Trump's talking. Now they're saying CHIPS Act. That might be a disappointment. Trump admin said to CHIPS Act fund. So if that's, I think it sounds very bad if he uses the money. If he takes a stake, we're good. If he just uses the money, it's bad, unfortunately. So yeah, Intel dropping on that. That's coming in now. I don't know if we could protect it. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming out right now. So literally, Intel's moving. No, I'm not. It doesn't matter about them. I'm worried about the stake. That's all that matters. So like I was telling you guys in the morning, it just all depends on the scope of it. Because the difference between Biden and Trump, they just got a grant versus taking an ownership position. So that's what we're looking for. But at least he's talking about it. So get ready, though. You're going to get more follow-ups on that. And Trump is talking. Intel took a candle. I want the stake, yeah. I don't care how they get the money, but that didn't sound as good. Hence the reaction for now. But I still think the stake is on the table. Okay, UNH dancing around again. Again, Trump, I think everyone's documenting this. Like, they were showing his plane like hella this morning. But yeah, I don't see him yet. But he is speaking somewhere. CSGP. All right. Not bad. A couple biotechs are moving too. I've been noticing that. All right, Intel weeklies are smashed now for sure after that move. And then, oh, materials. Materials in China. Yeah, the 6 billion convertible. I want to hear it. That's it. Like I'm telling you though, no stake, we're fucked. If there's a stake, then you're good to go. That's all that we're really looking for. But the source of funds, I'm not really as concerned. Uber as well. That one keeps going up. And then Intel is at the low now. It's literally giving up 3%. Trump's talking about it now. We're going to get the follow through. I think he's on Air Force One, but we usually have something. You saw this states that is considering allocating funds to boost ownership. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. That's what we want. Again, that headline sounded bad because, like we talked about this morning, even if it's just like the CHIPS Act, that shit sucks. That's not why I would want to buy. You know, the CHIPS Act was a grant, and the way it played out wasn't good. Like I'm saying, the real driver of this idea is the government becoming an owner, let alone a top owner. If they become a top owner, it's done. This is the easiest fucking play. But if it's not the top, then, or if they're a small stake and then it's, you know, a little bit more hands off, then it'll play different. Or if it's just a grant rather than a equity stake. We need steak from Jake Farm. Amen. All right, Eli Lilly came down. I'm glad it made some of those free. Hopefully you did. And then MP. Again, NVIDIA keeps coming down. Again, Intel was the leader. It still is, but they took a little bit after that one. Oh, is DVR on? My bad. My bad. And then 3 minutes, we get data, you guys. I know a lot's kind of happened in the morning. Still feels kind of early, but nah. You got time. Or no time is gone. 5-year expectations are expected to be 3.6, and then 1 year is expected to be 4. So it's expected to come in hot. All right, I turned off DVR. Uber flush, they were on the high. Okay, UNH is climbing again. I sold most of them. I think I have one left. Maybe. I think. Or they should all be gone. No, I got one more still. It's way out the money, though. Well, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. China. The data, I was reading you the expectations. So the consumer sentiment's coming out in 45 seconds. That's what it's related to. So again, it's expected to come in hot. I'm expecting a hot number right now. But if it comes in low, we're going to rip. 4.8 on the 1 year and then 3.6 on the 5 year expectations. That's all that's going to matter. And this is preliminary, so it is fresh. Relatively new data. China running, that's good. So is your boy UNH. And then, yeah, K-Web is up. And then Intel's still in the low. Trump, I had a wonderful talk with Belarus. Okay, 15 seconds. You got Trump talking too. 1,300 prisoners released. 4, 3, 2, 1. Burp. All right, 4.9 came in, both hot. So both of them came in hotter. And then expectations 58 versus 57, which is good. But then the total was lower. So it beat consumer expectations, but overall sentiment missed. Still a lot higher though. But kind of the little bounce faded. So the little bounce that we had the last 2 months with the blue hairs calming down, that faded. And then the inflation expectations both came in higher. And it was a hot expectation. So market was already down a little bit. Like I'm saying, I mean, I think yesterday's PPI data was worse. But then again, the market loves to respond to this shit. But like I'm saying, yesterday's PPI was way more concerning. That's not good. I mean, it's not good that consumer expectations are higher, but the reality is this is 220 people in Michigan, and they're extremely biased. So we don't really look at this data as important anymore. We used to, but not anymore. So like I'm saying, to put it into context, yesterday's data, the PPI, that probably had more consequence for your analysis and for the economy. But this came in, look at, you got the little reaction. If this was beginning of the year, you would be down 2%, but it's not. And that's what I'm saying, though. I think a lot of people got punished for reacting to the blue hair data, and now the market kind of fades it. So let's see, though. But generally, it came in hotter. We're hearing Trump as well, too, but yeah, that actually flushed you into the low, and then you're already bouncing back up. And then Meta took a candle. Unity on the high. Bim. Meta just started. I mean, remember yesterday you had a lot of green for no reason, and even then after PPI. So I want to get too. Remember, we're in this little box. Anything is possible. When should you roll over a covered call? Whenever you're about to get called on it. So if it's in the money, then you just, if it expires, you're going to get called on it today. at the end of the day. So you have to pretty much roll it over now or before the close. Nibis on the high now, and then SPY again. Data came in slightly hotter, but then again yesterday you had a bad data freak out and then went higher, then went lower, then back up. So again, I just think the data is non-consequential, hence the movement here. And then we're just going to go back to be on the lookout for whatever Trump says. And then I got one on watch. Yeah, and I like the Intel still. That's it. And I like it until they don't take a stake. If they don't take a stake, then yeah, I don't like it. Then we just wasted our opportunity. But if it has a stake, I think that's just the easiest thing. So we will ride accordingly. Yeah, those Intel weeklies though, that's not gonna work. Or anything without time is not gonna hit. SLNO, oh no, Nibis, I keep seeing that. And then Palo Alto, Sea of Software, but look at the low ticker. So ironically, you're moving up, you got a couple names, now you got Microsoft and Amazon playing along. But yeah, you have way more names on the low ticker. Let me get you guys a checkup. Let's see where we're at. Uber. Yeah. Okay. Trump, it should be like near the end of the day. That's why, but like they have been documenting this from like 4 a.m. Like the plane, him leaving, everything. So you're going to hear pretty much like every couple of hours. You'll probably get an update. But I do believe it's expected to begin like later in the day or like near 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. Okay, I'm watching them. So I'm not sending you the play, but just watch UNH. So depending on what it does here, you'll have another opportunity. So if it gets a pullback and those contracts get slashed, you'll have a shot. But if not, and it runs, I wouldn't chase it. So we'll see. Otherwise, SPY's still chilling here. Intel's coming back down. ANET's on the high. The Garifod. Welcome, baby. And good morning. Snow, I was going to say, I just saw a software start to move. Where is it? Snow, Net, and then Palo Alto. Yeah, they're all going up right now. And then Intel's about to flush. And then, where's Lily? Yeah, Lily gave up, so I think that was good timing too. I'm not mad about that. Where's Ups? UPS coming down. I haven't really looked at Staples. Staples are flushing. Pepsi's holding up, but if you should have made the other one free. And then Microsoft too. That was giving you a lead. You had a little bit of Amazon earlier. Now gold is on the high. Dollar is down. Interesting. Yeah, gold is starting to rocket right now. Not really. It's 50 cents, but you know, in the scope of today, it's going red to green right now. Bank selling off. They've been on fire the other day. And then Meta. Yeah, banks have been selling off. Good call on that. So literally got gold going up. I don't know how it relates, but then banks are one of them. And Staples too. It was kind of everything. And then I think you got big tech lifting up. NASDAQ's only up less than a quarter now. So it's even giving up the, you're giving up the, what's it called effect? The UNH effect. SGML, I keep seeing that one. Wildin on the high. Riley, if you want to, that's a bank going up, and then that has been a short squeeze one every now and then. I'll leave that one for you guys. And then Google and Meta going up as well too. ANET. Oh, I think we still have one more ANET. Actually, you gotta get rid of that. Oh, yeah, if you didn't already, it's clapped. Intel. The Intels with time are all holding very well. That's what's shitty about this. So all the Intel contracts with time are killing it. But they're at least holding 100, 200, up to 500% on the bid. But then anything with no time is just washed, bro. Because it's such a small mover. Uber and then Qubits again. Wasn't it? Yeah, Qubits is actually kind of running. Qubit. I don't know if it's just everything. I feel like a lot of things are flushing or running on the high ticker right now. Google, Meta, some Qubit, some Uber, you name it. Almost everything. Okay, watch out though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't go for these yet. UNH, the contracts are getting cheaper as it's coming up. So that's what I was saying. You need a big red. We need a red if we want to just scam them. But otherwise, they're going to scam you. Unless you're already in it, then you're just riding the wave. Yeah, the stream alerts is not available. Again, I'm really trying to get people to get a long-term. Again, we've done the trading. I've made a lot of OG trading tutorials with options, but you know, I'm trying to sell the long-term. I'm not trying to sell trading. And the long-term, I sell it for free. So I want you all to get it, but maybe, like I said, I tried some stuff this year, and I wanted to see how people acted and behaved, and you know, one day we could go back to me telling everybody all the plays, but I want to make sure it's done responsibly and that it's helping more than it's hurting. But you know, it's the trading culture. A lot of people have turned it to a PvP, take advantage of each other. So I just don't want to be in the middle of it. But I love trading. I mean, I sit here every day and I have a lot of opportunities. But then again, like the way I prioritize it, I got a lot of money, but I trade really small. I see a lot of people, they don't have a lot of money and they trade really big, and it ends up backfiring. So yeah, but one day it'll be open, but for now it's not. So stop asking me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and if you are like a real trader though, if you listen, I'm telling you everything. I'm not spoon feeding it, and I'm not giving you the exact one, but ask any of the people who listen. Like even the intel and all the signals, like, you know, if you're listening, you'll hear it. Chagi. That's up 2%, could be a trigger. And then again, UNH is climbing, but like I'm telling you, the contracts are literally going down as it comes up. So there's going to be a spot, but we got to wait for it. INSP? Yo, oh, didn't we play this the other day? Or is that INMB or whatever? Yeah, this is bad earnings. INSP though, looks like they got clapped, but then they're coming up. Well, yeah, I do like it too. I think some of you're going to get, it gives you less FOMO, not, you know, hearing all of the plays and all of that. And then too though, and if you guys want me to bring back the plays, I will. But I'm not going to bring back the plays if you're going to ignore 90% success rate on the long run and then get mad at the plays. I don't like that. That's what I'm saying. And too many people, they'll use my shitty plays as an excuse to not get into a long term. And I don't like that. And that's what I'm saying. That's just not mature about it. I'm trading with such a abnormally small money for what I'm doing and even the scope of the big long term that it just doesn't make sense. But people will do that. And that's why I'm saying it, just if we can't handle it maturely, if the trading doesn't serve you, I'm not going to be a part of it. But, you know, and then I've learned some stuff too. I'm trying out a new option thing with my pricing, and it's working. Roblo. Again, Roblo is down after a little investigation thing, so here it is. I am nothing. It's Jesus Christ. That's it. If I'm anything, I'm his child. So amen. Putin lays flower at memorial commemorating Soviet cooperation in Russia's Magadan. TSM on the high too. Okay, UNH. I need it lower. I need it a lot lower though. Like I'm saying, those contracts, they're glitching. But they're scamming on the way up. I need a red. Now Intel's coming back up. Notice the inverse. So Intel's right back up to the candle now. So that was just the algos. Again, even the way I read it, it didn't sound good, but it didn't change the situation. I did ban a lot, but not that many. That's what I'm saying. But even then, I'm going to unban everybody because I want everybody to work good. So when we do return and one day we'll go non-members only, just remember all of this and apply it. And then if we can't, then we'll go back to it. That's it. So, we'll see. But we got to keep going. But like I'm saying, man, I just want you guys to get a long term. There's just you cannot sit here every day. You cannot sit in front of the market and not let it change your life for the good. And I won't let that happen. I could make sure of it. But that's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen with a lack of discipline. We can't give all of our money away to trades and put 1/10 of that on the long term. It should be the other way around. All your money should go to the long term. 10% of your 10% should go to gambling. That's it. I'm not telling you not to gamble. I don't think you should, but even just budget of it. That's why I'm saying you need long term. And this is an opportunity, just like, bro, what happened in 2020, 2019? I was telling everybody about the houses and all of it. And if you didn't take advantage of that opportunity, you got left behind heavily. I don't want that to happen. And there's some good opportunities here, and that's why I'm saying the trading will always exist. I've been hitting dailies, bro, for over a decade. You know that, right? I was trading dailies before they invented dailies. I would wait till Friday on a weekly option just for it to go to be a daily. So don't but I'm saying that's always going to be there. And I think a lot of you have lost sight of that. That the dailies, the trading, it's always going to be there. There'll always be 1,000%ers, literally my whole entire life. You ask anybody who's even watched me on YouTube from the Bitcoin videos and everything prior. So do you see what I'm saying? But the long term, and when some of these long term opportunities, you may not ever get them again. Or again, the long term after, if you're 200% behind on the SPY, that's just different. You're not. So to build and to save, this is where you do it, man. So yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I'm trying to prioritize, baby. I'm trying to shift the mind. Because once we get the right priority, y'all are going to kill it. But the wrong priority with the right thing, you're going to fail. That's what I'm saying. We have the right thing. We know what to do. We have the info. We have everything. But if we don't prioritize correctly, then it's fucked up. It's not going to work. But you prioritize correctly with this level of quality info, everything we have, the network, bro, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. But you got to put the right thing first. Seek first. I've been trying to tell him, bro. I don't feel me. Yeah, Boeing's on the way up. I need to go pee, though. So I'm going to go potty. I love you, Chad. God bless you. God bless America. Woo! We got propaganda.
What they...
Nice. All right.
why the company warned that it was lumpy. Applied Materials, though, also the only company to explicitly warn about the backlog of pending export license applications that are with the U.S. government. The CFO stating on the call that they, quote, assumed none of these licenses would be issued in the next quarter. Seems like only AI darlings like NVIDIA and maybe AMD getting preferential treatment, as the administration has to really sift through a pile of paperwork, all of these licenses, in order to ship goods to China. Applied Materials warning, though, joins the pack. KLA talked down China demand for the rest of the year in their earnings report. Lam Research talked down the December quarter, expecting flat growth till the end of the year. ASML wouldn't even commit to fiscal 2026 growth. This may be more than just cyclical noise. It could be evidence that the spending cycle may have rolled over specifically from China, with, of course, ripple effects that we're seeing today in all of the peers like Lam, KLA, and ASML this morning, guys.
Yeah, and Christina, just the fact that it is affecting all of them, it doesn't seem as if the market is saying, oh, this is a market share issue and somebody else is going to get in there and actually take this business. This is just like a net reduction in expected capacity addition, specifically in China.
Yes, exactly. I think the surprising part of the earnings call from Applied Materials was that they were not expecting this. They were almost taken aback by this revenue windfall. And what we saw is that in 2023, 2024, China was really ramping up their semiconductor manufacturing processes over there. And now we're starting to see that slow down. The question is it just going to slow down in regards to the semi-cap, lagging edge stuff, or is it eventually going to trickle down to all the other names, networking names, data center, maybe not AI, but everything that isn't AI?
Right. Obviously, market is acutely focused on all of that. Christina, thank you. One chip name rallying today, Intel, on a report the Trump administration is considering taking a stake in the company. Matthew Bryson, Wedbush Securities Research and hardware analyst, joins us now. Matt, just frame it out for us in terms of what this might mean for Intel if it were to happen. It would seem like it would be kind of a national champion, and it would assert the government's thought that it's in the public interest to make sure Intel can produce domestically.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, this spending or influx of cash would support Intel. One of the concerns about Intel has simply been that they overspent the last couple of years, that their balance sheet
Speaking the word of God, I was like, yeah, bro, way to go.
Their future development.
Thank you, brother. And I saw, dude, I love
the government coming in would resolve that issue. The problem, however, is Intel right now faces a technology deficit versus Taiwan Semi. And it's unclear that even with a better balance sheet that they're able to fix that.
So they're not able to necessarily fix that piece of it. But does it change the equation at all in terms of the overall corporate priorities of Intel? I mean, what are they trying to do? There's been thoughts about spinning out parts of the business, and kind of where would it kind of lock Intel in terms of having to spend? I mean, I think the concern would be if this were to compel Intel to continue investments in non-economic projects.
No,
I mean that's exactly it, Mike. So
I don't know the way that I don't like how they're all like talking about it. They're all talking about it like it's the CHIPS Act, but it's not. So yeah, I don't really care about them getting money. I care about the government having an interest, if that makes sense. Paying 5 times a day, the philo, oh God, let's go, baby. There's more. There's more. We haven't even discovered all of it, bro. So get ready.
Difficulty for Intel in terms of limiting its optionality, if you will.
I wonder what you
and
make of
SPY's
it.
coming back to the low.
At the
Again,
same
you had that little
time that we're
Michigan
getting
consumer sentiment reaction.
Other competitors having to pay a percentage of their export revenue. I mean, it's an interesting. I mean, the two dynamics, the support and capital for one, and taking revenue from another. I just wonder, do you think the government is inserting itself too aggressively?
So I think that's a potential problem. So clearly TSM has a technology advantage. If you set up U.S. industry where it becomes hard to work with Taiwan Semi, so someone like NVIDIA can't take advantage of Taiwan Semi's better technology, then you create a potential opportunity for non-U.S. competitors to come in and beat NVIDIA on AI or AMD on AI. And so for me, it is a potential concern, depending not so much on whether the U.S. invests in Intel, but what's the next step for the U.S.
What do you think this means then for tariffs? The government is currently doing this Section 232 investigation into the national security implications of semiconductors. Does something like an Intel investment to shore up its own kind of cash position on the basis of national security, does that rule these kind of 232 tariff implications as not as likely? Or how do you kind of square all of these things together?
I want to see what pump they're giving it.
I'm really struggling to understand the Section 232 tariffs in the sense that it appears like the U.S. isn't tariffing certain companies based on their decision to invest in the U.S. So you look at someone like Apple. Well, if Apple's buying chips from Qualcomm that are being fabbed at TSM, but it's not being tariffed, then effectively TSM isn't being tariffed on those chips. And so it's unclear to me, with all these apparent exemptions, who ends up getting tariffed versus who benefits. It sounds like we'll get an answer in the next 2 weeks. Originally, it looked like Intel was going to be a huge beneficiary, or at least something of a beneficiary. Now, I just don't know.
Yeah, struggling to understand, as you say, as we all are. Matt, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time.
United Health shares jumping as Berkshire Hathaway reveals a new stake in the insurance giant. More on Buffett's latest moves this quarter. Plus the volatility.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Well, Intel back to open, holding the gain. Like I said, I think everyone's talking about it like the CHIPS Act. And although I'm sure there will be similarities, I think this is a little more unique. But hey, we'll find out. And then SPY's near the low. Banks are still flushing. They've been flushing from the morning. And then low ticker is almost maxed out. Again, you had consumer sentiment and all that. So you're near that level. But I just read the article. It says unexpectedly weakens. But then again, I mean, I think we all know the trend of that. But yeah, you're coming down here. There hasn't been any update. Literally just yesterday and all the 13Fs, the wake up, the hangover. You're still dealing with that. We've heard about the Putin stuff, and there's something about like a memorial, but other than that, we haven't got anything else. Pinduoduo. Didn't somebody sold out of that? I forgot who. And then China was doing good too. All right, SPY just flushed in and then just took a green candle. TEM, a little bit of a pop there. It was already up, just shot up $1. TEM, that thing likes to run. It likes to both run and die. Is that Reddit? No, Spotify. Again, Pinduoduo. They were down a little bit. PPI indicator lay off the future. And lay off in the future. Yeah, I mean, for now, no one even reacted to it. I'm more just concerned about like. This just, I don't know, it feels really, I was thinking about it this morning. This feels very Biden-esque. I hate to break, again, TEM, that's another $1 almost. TEM, that's it. I don't want to give back anything today. I did good. But yeah, that's all you, G. TEM. But yeah, I was thinking about it this morning. It just, a lot of things are Biden-esque. Like, you don't remember during Biden where like randomly, like one set of data would be terrible, and then the rest of the week everything would be fine, and then you would just randomly get these pockets of terrible data, and then everybody would just either ignore it or not. That's what this feels like. Because again, the last like 2 weeks, that non-farms revision was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then we moved on. And then you had good data. You're like, whew, that's fine. Okay, Gary. And then we had the PPI. You're like, that's terrible. And then every other jobs data that comes out with it is fine. And then the next day, everything's fine. So it reminds me of during Biden, we would start seeing the more worrisome pockets. And I just don't like that. It shows that maybe that little fear is going to be there. But then it's like, you're also comparing it to how the market's taking it. And then the market wants something and then everything else. So just pay attention. That's why I keep saying, wait for the narrative. We'll see when this all eventually really changes and we get something really new and fireworks and info. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, just pay attention and just be on the lookout for it. You see these developments, but it hasn't really formed the story yet. And then again, the market is going to act a certain way too. Yeah, Tiger Global, they're the ones that sold out of Pinduoduo. Yeah, Meta, 52-week high. Meta's about to do 800. What the hell? What the hell? 3 years pumping. I know, I want him to. I want him to get a good stake in there. I just want it to be MP. Yeah, but then again, like I said, I was going to be the CEO, man. I believed in the vision. Intel has a lot of good value. Just terrible, terrible team. But now you bring in Trump investing? Oh, man. Okay, TEM, bro. We got you the call out, $2, but I think you could have hit on that. That one's still going. And then UNH, man, the premium's not giving us the shot. Pinduoduo's going up. Like I said, some people sold out of that one, so it's kind of interesting. Biden was pumping Intel, but it was just different. That's why I'm saying, like, everybody keeps talking about it, but they look the same, but they're very different. You know, that's why, like, it's kind of concerning, because what do you mean the government keeps taking a stake in companies? So, yeah, again, we talked about this weeks ago. We were saying it's like China. But we're not, like I said, I could disagree with it. I may not like it, but if I notice it happening, I'm going to make some money on it. So I do think this Intel deal is inherently, if they get a stake, it's completely different than the CHIPS Act. Stefanik requests Bondi to investigate Standard Charter Bank's illicit payments and AG Tish James in action. Galaxy, okay, whatever TEM, bro, that just literally moved 4%. Or 3. And then SPY's still holding here. First Chevron cargoes of Venezuelan oil to depart. Thank you. If they make Josh the CEO, I'll buy it all. That would be nice. But I'm a farmer now, so that's it. I moved on. Intel, they playing. Do you think he still works there? Do you think? Should we try? I feel bad. I don't want to bother him. Cart on the high. They got work the other day. You know why I'm here. I forgot about that till that dude asked me that yesterday. He said that. It's a good time, bro. Good time. Hello. I'm calling. Bro, look at the market. Chilling. I'm chilly. Over. Lit Bhutan.
Thank you for calling Intel. Please select from the following options. If you know the name of the person whom you're trying to reach, you can use our automated attendant by pressing the pound sign. To verify, your call is transferred to an Intel operator.
Is the big popping?
Intel operator.
Hello, is Lip there? Hello? Okay, he still works there. He still works there. He didn't like that. He hung up. They still hang up on. Man, I don't know. Maybe I should reconsider. Now, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think anything's changed at this company. Honestly, that's like, bro, I don't know. That's like having, I lost faith. Never, you know what? Now I think I changed my mind, bro. Now that I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think this company, they fucking stubborn as hell, dog. They stubborn as hell. Oh, they still hanging up on people. The fuck, bro? Howard! They hung up. I know, can you believe it? Pinduo Duo, bro, that's running now. And then Uber, that Lyft wasn't a big pop. So don't you dare say another fake big pop again or you're banned. So thank you. Burden flat physical platinum. Excuse me. Fig. And then hymns now. All right, man, you're getting a lot of activity for barely moving pinned at the low. You've been here for a decent amount of time. So you see how you're not moving? But there's a lot of movement. The low ticker has been very active. Yeah, lift is up, but it's not. Are you doing a joint pump on there? So it's up and it's already up a lot. Like I told you guys, it's not fucking doing anything. So, and you're trying to tell thousands of people at the worst time. So no. Okay. Now that went from warning to now you're just fucking around. You see how that played out? It's amazing. Let's retire the jersey. Thank you. Oh yeah, I got the Chevron thing. Oh, what was I checking? Oh, I was getting the checkup. So, we are, what, an hour in on the dot? 15 green on the Dow, 15 red. UNH, obviously the leader. NASDAQ, 54 green, 46 in the red. So 50-50. And then SPY, 206 green, 294 in the red. Ta-da! So it's 50-50, bro. That's why I'm like, man, you're getting a lot of activity with nothing. So, yeah, you got half the market pulling up, half the market pulling down. If the one half goes green and the other half goes red, you're in the same spot. So we need something to tilt the other, like 20% of the market needs to be tilted to a certain direction. Fitty Friday. 50-50, Habibi. 50-50. We should do it. I mean, listen, it's funny because, like, do you guys not realize how chill yesterday was? Like, we were having fun. Like, we were just talking. It was off topic. We just got done with philo. And then we had to respond to the long term. So, let's chill today. But, like, I need you guys ready, though. Because that was a lesson on fireworks. Because you never know, bro. So, like, that's the thing. That's the advantage that I have. I don't know if you guys realized it yet. You know, at times it looks like I'm not paying attention, but I am. Or we're, again, just in the moment. Think about it, bro. The Trump coins, the Trump news, all of it. If you are aware and there at the moment, bro, you can maximize it. So, that being said, I think we should have fun today. I think we should go on Craigslist. I think we should do some calls. I think we should have a lot of fun, but we also, I don't say that with there being a lack of opportunity. So it just all depends. But if we have some dead time, we could do some things. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Is my chick hitting the Intel play? I told her to buy it. I don't know if she did though. I mean, I don't care. I mean, she's gonna fucking live off of me anyway, so what? I got her, don't worry. So listen, you better make a lot off of it just in case your girl doesn't, guys, okay? That's what you guys gotta do. We could search for houses. I want to buy another one, bro. A couple of things happened, and now I want another one. I don't know. It's like these options may have got me another down payment. So I want another one. But yeah, so I would like to buy a cheap one to show you guys an example. Bradley Frizzle. That's every day, though. A good day, bad day, mid. Oh, we having fun. There's news. There's no. It's still Bradley Frizzle and the Peach Horn. Bradley Frizzle, I love you, Bradley Frizzle. Bradley, are you coming out end of August, Bradley? Or the next, whenever, Bradley. You tell me when you're free, Bradley. I look forward to meeting you one day, brother. Finally, and eventually. Oh, man. Amen. Praise God. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Bradley, you don't get it, man. See, Bradley Frizzle, y'all should aspire to it. He don't even try to sell you Bradley Frizzle alerts. You know that? He ain't even taking the name and likeness, and he ain't even try to sell y'all Bradley alerts. You know what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Giving you consistency, culture. We ain't even ask you for anything. He's giving me $1 every day, bro. He never asked me for shit, bro. Do you not see how it stands out, you guys? You don't see how you leave. You don't see. I'm like, I want to meet this guy. I love this dude. Are you fucking kidding me? In a word, you know how many millions of people I encounter? I even just look at them. They're like, I'm going to go copy that. Oh, you taught me something? I'm going to sell it to people who don't know. Bradley, every day, he gave $1. He showed up. He bought a law term. He's just happy. That everybody know Bradley. He ain't. Oh, are you kidding me? And you don't see my curiosity. You guys don't get it. Y'all need to become. You guys will be attractive if you make yourself attractive. Bradley, this is gonna get weird, Bradley, but you're really attractive, Bradley. Okay, you are. You really are. And it's funny if you think about it. Irony, because the first time he ever sent me the peach, I was like, "Yo, bro, are you hitting on me? You need to calm down." So the irony is that like 5-6 years later, I'm like, you're attractive. Do you know that? That's a very attractive character in behavior, brother. Wow, that's amazing. God bless you. How the tables have turned. He's fascinated me. Fascinated, bro. Y'all don't feel me. That's one. The harvest is plenty. The workers are few. That's it. That's all according to plan, baby. Amen. God bless. I'm gonna go buy a peach tree today, bro. You know that? I'm gonna go plant that shit today for you. I'm doing that. I gotta get TVs. Do you guys want a TV in the house or no? My girl's mom was like, "Why do you need a TV?" I was gonna put one in the living room, and she just said, "Leave it empty." Thanks for all the great reasons. Same reason I showed up, baby. Wanted to learn free game. Never asked anything but respect, man. I love you, G. Nah, bro, for real, man. And thank you for everything. And like I'm saying, bro, I don't know, man. I never thought what that peach would be, bro. You know what I'm saying? That first little joke, bro. I never would have thought to this day. And like I'm saying, man, I don't know whether it's funny, whether it's not. I think it's a real lesson, bro. I don't know, man. The Lord is good, and that's why I'm saying, bro, you guys have set some examples in behavior. It's not over me. Yo, BP, Oh, what the fuck? Yo, it's a Seeking Alpha. Yeah, that's why I didn't hit my wire. So a Seeking Alpha BP rumor, but it's hella delayed because it's not like it didn't hit any news wires. This is just a, like, as opinion as it gets, not even like a information article. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, bro, no, for real, it's a good lesson, man. And I never, like, dude, it really, and I think some of y'all, you could really look to Bradley Frizzle, man, as a great example, and just straight up, bro, like, become attractive like that. That's amazing. And it's good. I'm not telling you to give me $1 every day, you know, and that's why, like, he was the one who did it. He was the one who made it very unique in that sense. That's why it was so special. You know, he was the only one to do it, and he did it in his own way, and he let it be known. But it's like, I don't know, man. I've known him for years now, and he's only provided, bro. It was rough at first, yeah, bro. Well, I got something for you, bro. Either end of August or end of September, bro. I hope I can see you soon, brother. Amen. Woo! You work with somebody named Samantha Frizzle? Oh, is that related to you, Bradley? Oh, yeah, we have the OG videos. I can find the first Peach video, probably. Justice Department, National Economic Council to review state laws that significantly and adversely... Oh, phase 3 sickle cell, Pfizer failure. Why is it going up? CNBC has they have the jump on this one. Pfizer experimental sickle cell drug fails phase 3 trial. Don't tell me that's the one they bought. There is. I know, bro. I feel like there is a lot of frizzles, like at the Magic School Bus, but also, but dude, there is a lot of frizzles, and I never knew the name until I met you. But then you're the only frizzle I know. Like, I've seen the name come up now, but I never, like, you're the only frizzle I've met. And I guess I've only met you on the internet. I was very fast on the Trump coin, but I want you to have a long-term first. It'll add to your life. That's the thing, man. I want to keep sharing more with you guys, but I want to see good. Do you understand? That's all. If I wanted to make money, I could make money, even with this platform and what we're doing, but I want to see good. That's the difference. That's truly what I want, and that's the thing I'm scared of, because I will have to answer for it. Not by man, not by anybody, but God. So I want to see good. That's why. Do you not realize do you know what it says? Have you ever read that verse where it says it's better to tie a millstone around your neck than to, like, harm one of the little ones of the Lord? Something like that. I'm butchering it, so forgive me, Lord. I'm trying to communicate it. Here, let me get you the direct quote so I don't blasphemize. If anyone causes one of these little ones who believes in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a large millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. That's serious. That's you know what I'm saying? That's not did you read that? I just read it. That's why I wanted to read it to you directly, because that's not light, bro. So yeah, I think it's a very, you have, what do I call you? What have I been calling all of you lately? Even if you a fucking hater, I've called you a child of the light. Anyone causes one of these little ones who believes in me to stumble. My brother, we are all children of the light. Do you see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure what I show you helps you. And if I know, now that I know it can make people stumble in a way, I need to prevent that. And I need to find a way to make sure we go forward and higher, but never stumble. And I don't want you to. That's what I'm saying, bro. I may be able to handle the gambling. I have my money. I have decades of experience in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, like, as much as I hate gambling, bro, like, you don't think I ask God? I'm like, why the fuck did you make me love this and be good at it? Like, dude, like, what are you talking about? So it's just like, bro, I don't want it to hurt anybody. And that's what I'm saying. It will add to your life once you appropriate the right way and prioritize. But if you do it the wrong way, and if I keep giving you stuff without the right guidance and the right guardrails, I don't want you to stumble, and I'm responsible for that. And again, I'm not responsible by the world standards, because if I give you a disclaimer, I tell you everything, the world will cover me. But that's not what I care about. Like I'm saying, I want you to be peaceful. I want you to be fruitful in this world. I want you to have a good cycle of money, and you'll do good. I don't want you to gamble, be mad, be angry, lose your money, be mean to your family, be mean to the people around you. Then you're going to be mean to me, and then you're going to be mean to other people, and then the cycle will continue. Versus the other way too. You're happy, bro. You could be happy as hell. You're living life. You're accomplishing goals. Things that you're doing are serving you. You are taking full dominion. You're going to be happy, and you're going to spread happy, and you're going to spread joy, and a lot of other things. So, yeah. But that's how I feel about it. And like I'm saying, bro, all of this will add to your life if you're willing to put in the discipline to let it. But if you're in a hurry and you're going to rush it, it will hold you back. And like I'm saying, now that I know how people have taken, I have 5 years of good data. And now I know how people are rushing, and now I know how to protect it a little bit better. I'm going to do that because I don't want you to stumble. That's all I care about. That's it. That's all I'm responsible for. Nothing else. So, I'm going to have to answer that. God gave me a lot of blessings, a lot of knowledge. He even gave me the opportunity to be in front of all of you and thousands of people every single day. He's going to ask me what the fuck I did with it one day. And I hope I answer with everybody got elevated and that they got closer to the kingdom because of it. But if it ended up being the stumbling block, my brother, that will be a eternal regret for me. So I don't want that to happen. I do the ghetto spread still. Yeah, you could still do it. I should have done it on the UNH now that I think about it. But I just wanted the money. It was big. So once again, bro, this is the 3rd or 4th week in a row where I stream alerted a play at the beginning of the week, and then it went up at minimum 1,000%. Last week was 3,000% on Apple too. But the part I'm not flexing, or if I was, the part I'm flexing is the advance notice. I wasn't able to do that before. Now I'm telling you, like, we're honing in on it. It's kind of weird. I didn't expect it, but yeah, we could kind of spot them a little clearer, and that's what I'm getting excited about. But like I'm saying, I'm sure that sounds good, and you're like, yeah, that's great. But if you do it without the long term, it's gonna hurt you. Or if again the emotions and the desire, and you let it confuse you, and then you start going for that instead of what you should be doing, it's gonna hurt. It's a supplement. It's not the main course. Isn't it gambling depending on how you do it? No, it's all, listen, I have a different view. This is how I view sin and a lot of other things. I think all options are gambling. I've always said that. So every sort of investing requires speculation. Even a long-term investment, to some degree of the definition, you are gambling. But I'm talking about contracts, insurance, that is designed to go to zero. That is pure gambling. If you're buying an option without underlying equity or plan as it was intended as insurance, it's gambling. I believe that. That's why I don't tell myself anything. Believe me, bro. You think I'm doing this to evangelize? Do you think I'm doing this to change your mind? I don't give a fuck, bro. I say this for myself for my soul, my spirit, and my clear mind. Do you understand? I don't blur the lines. I know what I'm doing is gambling. Gambling may be wrong. Technically, the gambling, it's the love of money that's wrong. But I know gambling hurts, and it's a bad thing if it's not done the right way. That's what you're talking about. But at default, once I enter into the realm, it's gambling. Here, let me put it another way. My girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Guess what? I'm not married to her. I don't know. This is going to surprise someone. You guys know I have sex, right? I don't know. I'm sorry that you have to hear this for some of you, or some of you like to think other things. Every time, that's a sin. You know why? Because it violates the word. There you go. But I'm not going to confuse myself and justify and try to say, oh, well, this is the right thing, but this. No. Just, it is what it is, bro. I will live in the contradiction. I will aim for the right thing and doubt my effort, not my aim. So do you get it? I think for all of you, personally, don't lie to yourself about what options is. Keep playing it if you want to. I'm not trying to stop you, but I'm telling you, you need to respect it. You need to look at it in the spectrum of thought where it's like, stop. Don't like, this is why I like casinos. And this is why I hate scammers and the scammers in the stock market. I've said this. Go look at my old video. I'm driving around in a Ferrari in San Diego 10 years ago, and I'm saying this. I don't like it because when you walk into a casino, you know it's a casino. Like, do any of you walk into a casino and you're like, oh, I thought this was a hospital? Oh, it's not a hospital? Weird. All of these beautiful structure. Oh, this gigantic building with all of the luxury and all these things and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Think about it. You know it's a casino. The music, the slot machines, the tables, the drinks. You know it's a casino. So you can't act like you don't know what it is. Because it's clear that it's a casino. But then again, how many people misrepresent that? I see it on Wall Street for 10 years till this day. They go and they try to sell it like it's not a casino, but it is. And then now people are walking into this building they think's a hospital, but it's really a casino. And then they're doing this, and then they're like, no, I'm getting better. I'm learning health. No, you're learning the casino. And then if you lose, you're like, oh, I thought it was this. No, it's a casino. Because no one has sympathy for someone who loses at a casino. You went to a casino. So there you go. But that's what I'm saying, just in your mind, you know. And yeah, I don't know, even if you never made a play, this ain't just about you, it's for everybody. And like I'm telling you, I'm just giving you a window into my mind. You know, a lot of you guys have tried to take my words, and I'm not your dad. You know, like I'm not related to you. I'm just sharing with you what I am, what I do and all that. So like I say stuff, you think I'm trying to talk about you. Sometimes I am, and I'll tell you if I'm in a conversation with you, I'll tell you. But it's just like, for your own thoughts, how are you viewing this? Because it's in my mind, I'm not mincing the words with it. I know what I'm doing in the sense of, yeah, this is an extremely risky task. This is a game. It's not something it's not the same as my real estate. It's not the same as everything else that I work on. It's a lot. It's literally a game, and it's a game that is very emotional, and it's gambling, and that's what I'm saying. If you don't have the right view of it, it will control you. I control it. That's the whole point. So you have to master it, but but it is very easy to get mastered by it. So yeah. Nibs. Sight is the greatest enemy to vision. Tell them. Bro, we're chilling though. We ain't move. Rant after rant. We just chilling. Net, that's another software, and a net, all of them really. Poly too. It's a weird, still 50-50, I'm pretty sure. We are at the top of the hour, so 30 more minutes till Euro. We haven't heard anything with Trump. You actually have more names down on the Dow, 16 now red. And then 56 green on the SPY, or the NASI. SPY 218, it got a little worse, or a little better, 9. Apple's on the low. Apple. Yeah, Apple, again, if you get one of those, I know Meta's up, but any of the big ones go down, you'll be screwed. On the background check process, yeah, I'm hoping by this weekend or middle of next week, I'll have the update, but then, yeah, I think we're going to be able to start taking, like, applications. Or, like, again, you could, for those of you who can make it, we'll start a sign-up process. And then that way we could initiate the background checks and all of that and organize it. So yeah, soon. We're getting closer. That's it, man. I'll be seeing some of you in 2 weeks. So again, we only have 50 spots though. That's the only downside. So we got to go through it. And then if the first 50 gets filled up, then end of September. Or I don't know, man. Depending on how the first meetup goes, if we really have a good squad, if I could find somebody there right away who's like, I'm down with to run it. Maybe we could do it a lot more once, but I can't be at the place all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just so big. We need it. You need it monitored, or you need somebody there. How I will announce it. I'm going to stream alert it first. So the guys on the stream alert, they're going to get the priority, and then I'm going to post the video, and then we'll have, just on the trading fraternity. So if you've been following all the other steps and all the other updates, then that's where I've been giving the info. No, it would be I think Friday after the close till Sunday. So it'd just be a weekend. You could pull up either Friday if you want to spend the night, you can. But that's what I'm saying. We need to organize it. There won't be, I think we could fit like half of the people in the house. Everybody else, you'll need like a RV or a tent, which I don't know if you're down with. But yeah, it's so that's the only downside. But then yeah, I'm thinking the weekend and then call it a day, and then we go from there. UNA, I need it to get red. Not like red, but like the premium. They're fucking it. That's what I'm saying. I was watching. I told you I'll send you a strike once it hits, but it hasn't. And that's the beauty. Silver's going up. Again, gold had that. And the banks have been flushing all day. Been a wild one with banks, low key. We've seen a lot of pop-in locks. Vacant houses, yeah. Oh, yeah, we will need a TV for the stream. Make sure you guys aren't on DVR, too. But yeah, I'm going to put TVs in the rooms, but we have like a living room. But I don't know if I should put, because it's hard to mount. There's nowhere good to mount. Oh, Pepsi. What about shower and potty time? I mean, there's a lot of land to go pee on. There's enough toilets to shit in, and there's a couple showers, so you might have to wait. You might have to wait. Yeah, I don't know why the DVR stayed on. My bad. What's Chad doing over there? That's what I say, man. I don't know really, but it's funny because in the beginning I didn't really know. Like, 'cause remember I was like, what the hell are we gonna do? And I have a couple of activities. We'll have some fun. What is this? Goldman Sachs manage several core weave blocks? But no, man, the vision is becoming clearer. dude, I just, for the people who are legit, and like, you know, a lot of us, we really hang out with each other. Now we have a crib, we have a clubhouse. That's it. So for the right people who've been really a part of this community, I mean, we're bringing the community to real life. So that's the cool part. But then the idea of a mastermind, that's really all it is. You give me the right people, bro, I could share a lot of info and we could go over stuff and do all of that. But now, like, in person. So yeah, it's I think it's going to be a breeding ground for a lot of creation. And I want to create a lot. And if not, I'm going to just flip it and call it a day. Yeah, I think you guys could bring your kids. I would wait till after the first one. You know, that's what I'm saying. Let me see how everything operates, you know, how everyone's going to be and all that. But definitely, I'm not opposed to it. All right. Bond's even coming down. SPY's near the low. Again, Pepsi's starting to pick up. You can bring your dog, yeah. You got to take care of it, but we have somewhere he could go. At minimum. Apple's still flushing, so watch, because if you get Apple, and I don't know if Microsoft, yeah, Microsoft even came down. If you get any of these big techs, I mean, you already have 60% red, and then now you have Apple going down, and even the bonds. You could bring a mini cow. You have to leave it though. So if you bring a mini cow, I'm stealing it. I'm not letting you leave with that. I'll be like, but we connected. He loves me. We have a bond. So yeah, it's my mini cow if you bring a mini cow. It's so, bro, I want one so bad. You have no idea. I want animals so bad. But like, yeah, I need someone to take care of them. Ethereum dumping. And then bonds too. You're about to hit the low. Again, the consumer sentiment low is pretty big. SEE, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dropping now too. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Check if the dollar goes up, but it's not. And then you did have gold and silver running. Ounce, ounce, ounce. New construction. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've asked me this, brother. So I've answered it for you. I want a ranch hand, but then I'm like, man, we need to find the right person. But then too, I'm also, I kind of want to change it. So I think the ranch hand, we might need to get an RV. I want to build a different house or put them into somewhere else. Because we might have another plan with some of the other units that I think they could probably make more money on. Like, I'd rather have the ranch hand take care of the animals. We live on get them either to set up with an RV, or we take a yurt and then you use that, and then we also, you could just Airbnb the other one and then use that as profit. Okay, Intel's coming down. UNH, they like to go back and forth, at least today for a little bit. And then SPY's coming down though. So again, little by little, more names have been tilting red. It's about 60, 70% red. It's slow. I mean, nothing's happened. We did have the data in the morning, but that wasn't really reactionary. Again, the consumer sentiment, that's the low you're testing right now. Even in the morning, retail sales again too, but we haven't heard from Trump. Kremlin says Putin one-on-one meeting will be with the participation of aides. RIA. Talks could last for minimum 6 to 7 hours. All right, well, there's an update right there within the last minute. Yeah, crypto has been dumping. That's why I was looking to see if silver and gold either followed or inversed, but they're kind of still holding. And then SPY, bro, this last hour, okay, that candle's getting big. Again, I don't know. Maybe it is that headline. Like I said, 6 to 7 hours. And remember yesterday, they said if it's a long meeting, that means they're going to get a deal. If it's a short meeting, then that means nothing's going to happen. So if we run big, that could be it. But if not, then the market's going to fade that, or they're not paying attention. NVO on the high. Hi. Yeah, why is NVO going up? And then Reddit. Kremlin says Russia expects that Alaska talks will bring results. So now Russia's talking positive on it. All right, we'll see. Again, I don't know. Even defense names. NVO's moving up right now. Yeah, defense not as much. And then oil's up, but down still. Up intraday, red on the day. So yeah, they're talking good, though, about the Russia thing. That's your first update in a minute. And it's from RIA, Russia Media. How do we know? Just depends on the results, whether it's like actual peace deal or not. And then too, if like Zelensky and the EU accept it. But then if you have like progress that nobody accepts, then it doesn't really matter. Like I say, and everyone's been going, I just think it's important because this is a big conflict. It's been a lot of time. We know Trump has been getting serious about it. And then again, Putin on American soil that's not a small thing. So we'll find out, but everybody was kind of fading it and downplaying it. We've talked about this a lot, but now, that was a good headline, so we'll see. If we don't hear anything by end of the day, this is going to be what you get into the weekend. But a good deal, just best case scenario is Russia, a peace deal in Ukraine. Worst case scenario, they fight more, we get escalation, no resolution, oil, everything gets messed up, and then yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. It all depends on what they accept. I'm sure Russia will be like, I like this deal. Brother, I like deal. You give me everything. Sound good. We look forward to talk. But then if Zelensky's not down, then yeah, that won't work. So we need something that's acceptable by everybody. The EU, Zelensky, America, and Putin. Yeah, NVO's still climbing. There is. They always attack right before. That's why I would say that's what's led people to believe it's just not. Both sides aren't really serious about a peace deal. DJT's running. That's on the high. And then Oracle. So that's kind of random. 50 highs. It's already up 1.5, but it was moving slow. And then gold is still moving too. But yeah, you got Oracle on the high. Intel. UNH too is about to break. That sucks, bro. I think I have it, but it's not there yet. So I'm watching the premiums on UNH. I have them identified, but I told you I need something to happen for it to be playable. And it just hasn't happened. That's why I'm saying you're still in ride the wave, or you're waiting for the dip to get the cheap preems. Which one's that? Yeah, they're already moving. I'm watching you. All right, yeah. It's going, that's what I'm saying. It's the same. You're going to get, you didn't make as much. So if you were holding from here to here, that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, you either ride the wave or you're going to miss out on it. But it's not as optimal. That's why I'm saying I have them identified. I'm waiting. I'll tell you when, but otherwise, that's it. I did the bulldozer, bro. I think they're going to try to build behind me. They're doing a bunch of shit. But like, I think they're gonna try to be weird with one of them. But I'm going to the HOA meeting. I'm gonna go introduce myself and complain. But it doesn't affect us too much. It can't get rid of the view. It doesn't do anything. I'm just worried if they build anything with like water and runoff, because I don't want it to run to my property. But then again, if we don't own it that long, it may not even be there. But for the long run, I will care about it. No, it's not the HOA. It's the people living there. Maybe if we end up staying here, I'd want to be in the HOA, yeah. Dude, you know what I saw the other day? Bro, the other day I was there. This blew my mind. It was at night. Bro, there was a frog. I saw a frog on the farm. It blew my mind. I was like, why the fuck is there a frog? But yeah, there was literally a frog. And it just didn't make... I've never... In Southern California, bro. It was just a frog frogging around. And I was like, what? It tripped me out. But yeah, apparently there's frogs. I didn't... I think a toad. I don't know. I didn't have time to talk to him or inspect him, but I was like, what? Yeah, it was like a frog toad thingy, and it was just hopping around. I was like, is that a frog? It blew my mind. I think we saw something on that the other day. Really? It's crazy. No, dude, I saw a coyote walking the property too. All right, UNH is going. You could ignore me if you want, but like I'm saying, it's still the same premium thing. So that's why if you're not in it, you're not going to get into it until the premiums die. Otherwise, you should have already been riding the wave or chasing it. But that's it. Easy. But yeah, bro, I saw a coyote just walking. He was just walking, like, at sunset, just walking the property. I was like, what? I could have taken him, though. He looked small. He didn't. I could have, you know what I'm saying? He looked skinny. He ain't have protein. Oh, dude. And then you know what happened, you guys? Bro, I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the basketball league at the gym. Apparently, I'm too young. So I tried to play with them yesterday, and this young dude came. One of the young guys I recruited, and he was going to ball with me. Yeah, and they were like, no young kids. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, he played with us the other day. He was like, no young kids. And then they said the age, and then they were like, it's this and up. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm not even that old. And then they looked at me like I just crucified Jesus. They looked at me in horror, bro. And they were like, no. I'm like, yeah, bro. So I'm cut, bro. I have to play with the kids now. Yeah, they thought I was like old because of my hairline. That's what I say. I was like, come on, I got the hairline. And they let the kids play when it's like not a lot. They were just getting intimidated because it was me, this other dude. He was all tatted up. He could ball, bro. That's why I wanted him on my team. I was like, yeah, it's me and him. And then there was like another like young, fast dude, and they're like, fuck that. They weren't down. Though if it's only like one or two, like me and someone else, they'll do it. But yeah, they weren't down, bro. But yeah, I played. That's it. That's why they didn't even let the girl play. Because they let the girl play last time, and she was like, she wasn't old. So we all had to go to the other court, and then we just played a pickup with like young people. I think I was the oldest on that court. Sadly. B-win. This thing's starting to go. I think we saw it the other day. A lift on the high again, but that's already up 9. Estee Lauder too. Estee Lauder's fresh. That's 19 highs. Yeah, EL. Check China too. I don't know if any of them are moving. SPY has already bounced a little to VWAP. Yeah, Estee Lauder. Not big. It's not news. 50 cents. There's UNH as well. Like I'm saying, the one set, I'm watching them still. They're moving up now a little bit. Closer to the monies are moving on that new high. EV. Okay, high ticker had 5-minute velocity, but now low ticker's coming back. Whirlpool on the low. TXT coin of mining in Texas? No, I have not. Light. Damn, long-term 2% today. Oh, Abby Vidrip. Nice. Russian envoy mood ahead of Putin talks is combative. So now they're watering it down. You're actually getting more of a red on the water. Remember, you popped on the... I don't know if that was the real reason or if the market was just moving naturally, you know? But you moved up on the good news, and now they're saying they're watering it down, and now you're coming back down. Damn, how is the... What the fuck? The long term's doing good today. The small account's up 1% still. I don't know how. Trump had a small press conference on Air Force One. Oh yeah, 46 minutes ago. This is it.
I brought a friend of yours, Brett Baer.
This is old.
Brett, how you doing?
These are the first comments we had earlier.
What will make a success of this summit today? I can't tell you that. I don't know. It's there's nothing set in stone. I want certain things. I want to see a ceasefire. This is not to do with Europe. Europe's not telling me what to do. But they're going to be involved in the process, obviously, as will Zelensky. But I want to see a ceasefire rapidly. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm not going to be happy if it's not today. Everyone said it can't be today, but I'm just saying I want the killing to stop. I'm in this to stop the killing. You know, we're not putting up any money. We're making money. They're buying our weapons, and we're sending them to NATO, and NATO's sending us big, beautiful checks. But that I don't care about that. I care about it was a big factor when Biden spent $350 billion and got nothing. But what I do care about is they lost last week 7,011 people were lost, almost all soldiers. 36 people in a town which got hit by a missile, but over 7,000 soldiers. It's crazy.
Could you describe a little bit, Mr. President, because I know you've had a lot of phone calls with President Putin. What's the difference in a face-to-face, in-person meeting?
Look, he's a smart guy, been doing it for a long time, but so have I. Been doing it for a long time. And here we are, we're president. That was much more difficult than what I'm doing today, believe me. So we get along. There's a good respect level on both sides. And I think, something's going to come of it. I noticed he's bringing a lot of business people from Russia. And that's good. I like that because they want to do business, but they're not doing business until we get the war settled.
Are you going to talk about business?
We have the hottest country on earth.
We have the hottest in the world right now.
We have the hottest company
in the
country. We just set a new stock market.
Yeah, that's the old one. I do hope Mr. Humble is listening today. Because, dude, I made a fuck ton of money. And I'm not telling you how much, but the best part, go to those UNHs from a week ago and look at the open interest. That means I did it just for the Chad, baby. So I can't wait till we spread it out more. But at the end of the day, that I think, dude, there is millions of dollars generated off of that one. And then the Intel too, but that's another story that still has not completed. But UNH alone was phenomenal. So yeah, man, I hope so. I hope so. And then too, though, I don't know. It's the irony. Did you read yesterday's verse of the day? Go read Acts of the Apostles. And just read how they talk, bro. Paul says the same. Paul says, I came to you. I asked you for nothing. I did this. I did that. I created this. We will never bow to the authority of man. He says, imagine the book of Acts if they weren't allowed to talk about the good. That's the thing, bro. You have to highlight the good that you do, but also in the sense of not as really highlight the good, but I wouldn't let bad stand. And that's the thing. I've corrected a lot of people this year, and if people are going to call me unhumble about that, that's fine. But just like the apostles did, bro, they called them scoundrels. They said, you guys are lying to people and doing that. We came to the people. We only offered good. This is what we did. Judge off of the fruit. So, amen, baby. Amen. The options, yeah, the Josh Scholes model. That's a good one. I don't know if it's in the description still, but how to find 1000% options is a very, very good tutorial. We should bang out some push-ups. Woo! I need to do those resting squats, bro, but yeah. The only thing that sucks is I'm not as mobile because I don't have speakers. I can't walk away from the screen and play as much, and I can't hear. So that sucks. And then my setup, I can't look at the computer while I like turn away. So that's the only thing that sucks about it. But yeah, bro, I gotta stretch. SPY coming back down again. Last 30 minutes, one positive comment on Russia and then a negative one. And now here we are. Oh, I could do AirPods. Yeah, you're right. Look at you, Chad. What day is it? Those are all juiced. Are frogs rare? I don't know, bro. That's why I was confused. Intel's starting to go back up again. Actually, big. I see a couple big options on there. I don't like the premiums as much, but you can. There's a decent one in there. Oh, you're paying a lot for them, though. Yeah, that sucks. Come to Wisconsin. Yeah, bro, I don't really encounter frogs in my day-to-day life. That's the that's why it was so mind-blowing. That sucks. Hold on. Yeah, Boeing. No, I'm trying to get one. But none of them are. It just sucks because realistically, all of the play. I like the pre-front run. It just sucks that now all of these options are just, they're holding a higher floor. That we don't like. Which one was that? Amazon. All right, the other one's going. I have two shitty ones, so that's why I'm gonna watch these as place markers. I'll send them to you, but I don't like them as much. But we could do better. Oh shit! I just sent you a message with nothing. My bad. Circles on the high. Which one's that other one? Okay. Yeah. So Intel is not optimal. So I gave you 2 Intel options that are cheaper. Yeah, I was already ready for them before that 15 cents. That's what I was just quiet on. But I don't like them as much. I even put in they're shitty. So if you want to force it, you can, but you need decay. The only way the shitty plays hit is if it goes crazy before. But if it comes down, you're going to get everything dirt cheap. But if it rips, then that's it. That's last call. So I sent one out there for it. Like I'm saying, you just got to determine your frustration. If you're cool with missing out, I wouldn't worry about it. Because like I'm saying, the first red on Intel, and Intel likes to give reds, will get a really good contract. Just how you've seen my daily suck on Intel. So that's what I'm saying. We could, it's up to you. Just like UNH, I told you the zone was ride it out from here, and you unfortunately didn't get a window. But then again, the contracts didn't go too crazy unless you're already positioned. And then again, the ones that we have. Yeah, if you have the September, I have Octobers that they went 400%. That was my best one. And then the other ones all move like 100, 110%, if that. Okay, there's UNH now too. Man, my other ones suck though. Yeah, the other ones are about 129, so it's not too bad. Yeah, UNH 308 is fire. So again, we have some, or no, I think I'm out of all of them. I have the ones on watch. ALHC, EA on the low, and then weeds on the low. No shit. All right. Well, more individual news moves than the market. This is like that little Russia-Putin zone we've just been in. You got the Orsted kid? Oh, let's go, baby. Yeah. Congratulations. I mean, we get 10%. More dough, baby. More F. Let's go. Oh, that crib is on the way. Hey, man. Oh, man. What a day, Chad. What a day. CVX on the high, oil, and then gold, commodity, gold miners, they're all going up. DocuSign now as well. So again, these individual names are kind of doing their thing, but yeah, we'll see. The Intel weeklies are waking up. The ones that died, the ones that didn't work are actually waking up now. Odd. So yeah, keep an eye on it. If those could go up, monetize those right away. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I still got one. I bought it for 2 cents and it still didn't work. Because Intel's a slow mover. That's the thing. It's a small stock. I'll just ban that one. I'm not even gonna write his name down. Thank you for the $5, brother. The guy paid $5 to tell you to watch Intel. He said Intel rocket ship, Intel rocket ship, Intel rocket ship. MB says he's Intel rocket ship. Yeah, so Intel. He paid $5 to get banned and tell you about Intel. I already like Intel, bro. Why did you do that? I love Intel. So yeah, we bought Intel for the long term. We've talked about some of the other plays as well too. But yeah, so I don't know. You don't need to pump Intel though. Like, it's fine, bro. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Yeah, he said Intel rocket ship, Intel rocket ship. Like, we already knew that. We bought it at the beginning of the week. We already knew. Y'all haven't even seen the UNH play is disgusting. You guys, that's why I'm glad that I either banned anybody who would flex, or now they know not to flex. But yeah, so you don't need to go and pump Intel rocket ship, Intel rocket ship, Intel rocket ship. I don't know why he would do that. Circle started running too with Intel. New high on UNH. So yeah, unfortunately, unless it comes back down, you're probably not going to get it. I need that red. But the contracts aren't going up a lot though. Kind of. It's actually really weird. They got a weird... Remember, that's what... It's moving so slow after the run that the contracts are just like melting up gradually. Oh, it's your happy birthday, baby. Amen, bro. You got another year for the long term. Don't you worry. Woo! Yeah, they're just dropping bids on it and then raising the spread. It's looking like a normal UNH chain. Sadly, you need like 20 more bucks. You need like 20 more dollars if you want some of those to move. Oh, is it a big OPEX? I didn't know that. I forgot. It is. And then SPY near the low. Can you guys hear me? It's push-up time, so I'm doing a stretch. I'm doing the squat. Does this sound weird right now? I'm doing a bear in the woods. CVX on the high. I can still see that. Oh, man. Carlos Nunez. All right, nice. Well, welcome. UNH still. Yeah, I post the long term on my Twitter and then on this channel. So turn on the bell, or I don't know, complain to YouTube because they're kind of screwing you guys over. Because every time I ever buy, it's literally on my YouTube channel. So if you click the post tab on this channel, you should see it if you're subscribed. But yeah, so it's on there. It's on my Twitter, but very easy to find. All right, now it's still going. So UNH, I think you're done. If you didn't take the last ones. The premiums aren't even going that nuts though. So, but other than that, that's continued. Now I regret selling them. But no, I'm not. I don't at all. I'm glad. I would have been mad if it went to 0. Well, yeah. Well, the government deal hasn't been confirmed. That's what you got to think about. They're talking about it. They're bringing it up. But just like the MP deal, the same exact thing happened. And so at confirmation, that's going to be the final one. Carlos Nunez. He joined and then gave 5. And then Angelo, what's up, baby? Oh, yeah. SPY near the low. We got birthdays. We got donos. It says turn it up, baby. Or not. Zelensky says there are no signals from Russia to stop war. Ooh. The long term. Shot, nice. You guys got memberships, bro. Let's go. SQQQ on the high, so volatility picking up a little bit. MO is above 66, yeah. So again, we did react a little bit to some of the bad news stuff. Boeing is ripping. And then again, more UNH and then a couple of others. But low ticker actually has most of the action. And then you're kind of reacting here. Estee Lauder's still up. Intel came down a little bit, but above 25. All right, my brother. It's 8:43 too. It's kind of early. It's actually really early. Intel, UNH. Oh, Eli Lilly. That was the other one. Thank you, Carlos. Amen, bro. For real. That's it. Now, don't get banned if you got a free one. I'm moving to Cape Coral. They've fallen, and they want me to join. Yeah, just negotiate well. So right now, Florida is one of the best first-time buyer markets. Not because the prices are cheap. There's more affordable homes than not, but because of the oversupply. So you could really negotiate and just use that to your advantage. SPY is flushing, so you're taking another red. Again, you got the bad news, or just another bad headline on the Zelensky Russia thing. ADN, what's that? ADN, Advent Technologies, small cap up 50. Why does that look familiar? ADN. What was it? New license agreement with Triad. That was a couple days ago. Yeah, that's a scam. Small cap. CRM too. All right. SPY freaked out. I don't know if that was big tech or not. You're slowly inching to like 70% red. So again, it's like 50-50, then little by little, it just slowly, the air's getting let out, but not, just like the other days, not anything material or moving you. Hey, C! What up, baby? What's up, man? A lot of new members today, man. I didn't ban as many people. I mean, shit, the UNH and shit really cleaned, like, that was fire, you guys. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but if that was the reason, that's awesome. Otherwise, I'm still glad to have you guys. So, and Intel, too. That one hit. But God bless, man. I like to see it. But let's get some long terms. We're rebuilding the long term, too. So, you guys, just make sure you turn the post notifications. Make sure you follow along, because we just emptied the long term and we're rebuilding it. So, if you ever wanted to start, bro, we're rebuilding right now. So I'm just saying, before you know it, the rebuild will be built, and then you'll be like, I want another one. Just get involved right now, baby. Get involved right now. Oh, he got the long term. Praise God. Praise God. You know what I'm saying, bro? Amen. Amen. Yeah, August turned up, bro. It was fun. We were chilling up until yesterday. And again, though, it's like we'll make plays on Monday, and then nothing will happen, and then you'll get a fat cash out on Friday. That's what happened with the Apple, bro. That's literally what happened last week. So God is good, baby. Long term. Get involved. Get the crib, bro. Amen. Amen. No, dude, they're scamming the UNH, unfortunately. So again, if you want to chase, don't listen to me. I'm just looking for him to fuck up, and then I'll buy it. But yeah, I'm watching them. But pretty much, it goes up, they widen the spreads, it comes down. They're not coming down. So that's what I'm saying. I want a real discount. Otherwise, if we don't get a discount, then That's it. You're just buying the 2,000%, and then we need another 12% move. Estee Lauder's still going. Again, SPY a little bit from the bottom. So not bad. We did it. We made it. Woo! Was that August 22nd? Yeah, bro, I got one, but it's a scam. Fuck you, UNH. It looks good, but it's a scam. It looks cheap, but none of these are worth it. We should have just held the first. Those 305s were fire too. If you had, that was the cheap one from 2 days ago. That wasn't even the first one killed it. The first play we had was a 290 something or 280. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Every 10 bucks, you had like 2K in the money. But that's why I'm like, but now you can't get those same. If it flushes, we might get another one, but if not, that's why we're just gonna wait and wait and wait and wait. Spy popper. It is. It's just right. We're right back to this, like, the Putin comment zone. That's what I'm calling this. Right when we started hearing the comments, good, bad, good, bad, good. Nothing good happened, actually. So, yeah. And then Intel, new high. 25.20. Yesterday was weird. I can't believe I said it on the watch list. I didn't wake up thinking I was going to add to the long term, and then we did. So I'm happy. I'm glad though, bro. You know, I didn't like holding cash, and now too, all of you who ask me, I mean, you have a decision. Like I said, I finally waited, but I'm glad. At least worst case, if it fucks up and the deal's not good, that'll suck. But I'm glad that I stacked up cash and I waited to like a really important event. You know, maybe a once in a lifetime, but at the end of the day, I'm very glad. And I didn't expect it though. That's why I think it's cool. All right, guys, do you guys want this UNH play? I think it's trash. I don't want to send it out. That's why, but then it keeps fucking holding. No, that's the scam. That's what we need to learn. I think for help me to communicate with you guys to it. Yeah, we don't, honestly, it's just very enticing, but just wait. You have a 25 leap for 2027. Should you keep it? That I don't know, but I do know you will need a new membership. So, yeah. Again, I'm not here to make your guys' decisions. I'm here to give you guys information before anybody in the world in an unbiased manner. So, take it how you please. Do whatever you want with it. Again, some of you made millions of dollars were created in the last 24 hours just off of 2 little plays. And then again, not to mention all of the long terms, but you can't have me force feed it. That's what you need to make your decisions. Take the info. Like I said, if you are listening to a lot of it, you're getting the signals. But I can't tell you what to do. I don't want to. CNC's going up. That's the other one. I remember we grabbed one of those too. Those went up 20%. I'll wait on that. I like that though still. Yeah, based on the open interest, because nobody had that option. So I'm just looking at the open interest and how much it went up. The open interest is millions of dollars now, and it wasn't at the purchase price. It was crazy, bro. And then even the Intels went up a couple 100%. A lot of them went up like 150, but the big was 400. But those UNHs were crazy. I sent out multiple UNHs over the last week, and I don't think any of them were more than like 10 cents. And they're all 20, 30, 40, $50 in the money. So yeah. And then given the activity, like I'm saying, the open interest, that tells me how many people were holding it. So it just goes to show we were kind of the only ones looking at that price, that range, and that possibility. That's why I like doing it, how I'm doing it too. I'm getting info. I can identify the plays, and a lot of these ideas, I mean, we're taking the info and I'm responding to some other stuff, but I truly have my own little option thing I'm doing, and it's reflected even by the activity. So yeah, that's why it's a great play, bro. I'm telling you, God is good. I would love to talk about it more, but I don't want to give you guys FOMO. But like I'm saying, objectively, it was a great one, but you wouldn't be in that position to take it if you didn't get the long term down. And like I was saying yesterday, just keep in mind with everything going on, I'm involved in what's going on in the world. We're doing the real estate, even though we're buying a house, we're adding. Just, you got to stay locked in and stay moving. And it's possible. You could do all of it. So don't limit yourself. Boeing, back to Cali. That's right. And then the long term's loving Spotify today. I don't know, why is Spotify up so much, guys? So they're up $200. Okay, a lot of reds everywhere hitting VWAP. Don't get FOMO, get a long term. We need the stream alerts ASAP. Message retracted. Nice. Spot missed earnings, but why did it go up so much? Bro, Spotify's up 5%. That was one we whiffed on too. We could have bought more back when it was street. Boeing's really running, man, ever since that page. We broke trend and right back up like technicals don't exist. My brother. They don't exist. But hey, man, it happens. It happens. Bonds are really dumping, but remember that happened yesterday. That's what freaked me out yesterday. Remember I was telling you? And I was like, wait a minute, bonds are low. I was like, we should either crack or hold up. But then we bounced and then the bonds held. So pay attention to it. You know what it's saying. It at any moment, it could add pressure, you know. But it doesn't have to. That's the weird environment that we're in. But yeah. Core Weave block at 94 a share. Dude, it was at 140 the other day. Yeah, $5 lower than current price. Or 3. Tesla flushing. And then $93. Honestly, that thing might get dumped on. I'm surprised it's holding, bro. That's really weird. Why is it even holding up? I like CNC too. Is Intel climbing again or no? Oh yeah, Intel's going back up. But UNH coming down. But yeah. Share block is somebody's like, it's kind of like an off-market house. So someone's offering to sell a large portion of stock at a lower price to get the deal. Because if you try to dump 6 million shares in 1 minute, you'll probably collapse the stock. So they'll sell it to a bulk buyer at a discount. So they'll sell a block of 6 million. They'll say, I'll give you a 10% discount if you buy $60 million right now. Because if you try to sell it on the market, it would have a negative effect. Intel's going again. Zelensky says Russia's attempt to demonstrate power ahead of summit by launching new assault in East failed. Zelensky says three-way meeting could bring effective solutions. Oh, those are the ones we had. So yeah, we already have the fucking play. I was looking at other core weaves, but they're shitty. It's the same one we have. But yeah, or I was gonna do a short term, but I don't think you could confirm the short term. No, it means there's even the stock is at $99, but somebody will sell it for $93 if you buy 6 million shares. That's what that means. Yeah, one of the Intels are oh my gosh. Yo, the weekly came back up. Fuck. Yeah, bro, the daily 2550 is back to green if you got that one. That shouldn't, remember I said I'm going to offload it right away. Sadly, I'm going to hold it, I think. Actually, that's a lot of money. But yeah, so now the 2550's frogged, bro. All Intel 2550s, we're talking a couple pennies to 20 now. Yeah, it's doing it. Federal Reserve announces it will sunset novel activities supervision program for crypto and fintechs. I think I'm gonna do it, man. I don't want to, but I think you should sell it because that play is trash, but... Oh, I have the other ones, though. I have another set of trashy ones. These are the ones I snaked yesterday. They're pennies, bro. I'm talking... You get 10 of them for 20 bucks. That's what I'm saying. But then when they go up, it's worth it. So, yeah. No, it's because it's getting in the money now. That's all. But, like, remember, it just moves slow because it's Intel until it hits. You have to just get once you get dollar for dollar, you're gonna get paid. Yeah. Yeah, I sold out of them, guys. I'm sorry. I have to. It expires today. I want the money. You gotta be wise. I'm gonna regret it when it goes up another $1 by the end of the day, and I could have made $1 million, but you know, my safety. Yeah, I got a lot of them, bro. Those ones I think were yesterday. Any dailies I picked up yesterday when the news announced. But then I gave you guys a jump on January and October ones. That was a week ago or beginning of this week. I only got one more daily now on Intel, but I dumped that one. So, I'm not mad at it. I think I like it. I want to gamble on it and make money, but like I'm saying, just give me my money back and let's reset till the premiums glitch out again, and I'll do it again. God willing. There will be. I don't know if there's guaranteed talk. Like I'm telling you, Intel It's going to, picture this, it's going to move between 25 and potentially like $20. So worst case scenario, this thing could still come down to 20. So if you're not ready for that, then go fucking to church. But other than that, the next stage is going to be the literal announcement. And then once the government really announces it and we get the true details, depending on that announcement, that's what's going to drive it up moving forward. Either another couple percentage points, or if they take a big stake, I think it could drive it up substantially. It just depends on that though. So right now you could move about 10-20% between both realms until we get the confirmation. But once you get the confirmation, that's it. You'll be good. We don't know when the announcement is. No. That's your gamble. It took them about like 4 days to confirm MP. It was about 4 days to a week. So that's why I don't trust the short-term options. If you've noticed, all the ones I've gotten with Intel have time. I did play short terms when there was an announcement, but yeah, you need to be prepared for time. That's the problem. And then you also need, like I'm telling you, I just told you, it could go down to 20. Are you ready for that? Are you prepared? Because market's idiots, everyone's emotional. Assuming they get a deal still, it could still go down to 20 as everybody starts to propagandize. So be ready for that. If you're not ready for it, don't play it. Don't buy it. Don't put it in your long term. That's why I regretted buying the premium, because I'm aware of that. So, but other than that, yeah, if you're at the 10-year scale and the time, like I said, it sped up our timeline very quickly. But it was the same thing we were already thinking. So that's why it was easy to make that decision. But it's going to take about a week probably to confirm, I would say. It could be sooner, could be longer. But all I do know, I don't know when, I know what. I know what is going to happen, the confirmation. If this deal is true, and it seems like it is, Trump already talked about it, a little bit more hinting at it. The what is going to be when they just like MP, DOW takes this, or whatever industry takes said stake in company. That will be the next driver. Yeah, bro, pin duo keeps coming up. And then UNH too. STM. There was news on right here, right around here. We heard good news that seemed surprising. Then they're like, it's bad, and then it bounced a little, and then they're like, it's hostile. And then they were like, and then something about 3 state or all 3 of them could come to a solution. And then, yeah, so this little box right here, this is all Russia headlines, Russia, Ukraine. And then everything else was just the morning and kind of giving up a little bit. And it was already off the morning. It was like 50-60% red. And then that just proceeded to continue. And then meanwhile, bonds are just getting wrecked. While I'm pretty sure the yen is up. Yeah, no, yen flipped, but yen's still up 0.5%. So that's even odd too. And then remember, you guys, Jackson Hole is next week. If you missed yesterday's watch list, I would go watch it. We talked about a lot of things. I give you a lot of predictions. I even go over several plays, even a good one for the end of the year. I gave a special play on the watch list yesterday. So if you are a member, you can watch it. Just go to this channel and there's a different thumbnail. It's a cool thumbnail. Probably, I like the thumbnail. So yeah, go watch. I'm telling you, this weekend, today, I don't care when you do it, but if you miss last week's watch list, that's your fault, okay? That's all I'm telling you. I think yesterday's watch list, we talked long term, we talked plays, we talked gambling, we talked opportunity, and we talked the speculative play related to the economy by the end of the year. So come to this channel, the one you're on right now, hit the live tab and go down till you see a different thumbnail. That is the last watch list. The first 2 minutes is me saying hello. And then after like 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, we're just talking, answering questions live. So, but I would watch that video if I were you. I already watched it, so I'm ready. I made it. That's why. Trump admin has lawful authority to assert control over police. And why is Caroline live? Where's our girl Caroline? You watched that 1.5 this morning? Easy. Just like that, bro. Oh shit, the Trump thing is scheduled at 12:30. So we might get Putin and Trump at 12:30, bro. So yeah, we have something. I got another one at 10:32 for the arrival. But yeah, they got 3:30 press conference set up. Stay faded. What up, baby? Go watch that watch list, man. Eastern, yeah. So like right before power hour. Oh, Lulu Michael Burry. He bought a bunch of options on him. I don't know if the Burry effect still hits. It'll get pushed till after close. Yeah, you know the deal. Yo, what's up with Microsoft, G? You guys see this? It's starting to move around. It looks reverse Russia. All right, moving up a little. Oh, wow. Dude, why do they have that spread? Yeah, that's how they're doing. So after the pop, it's the spread. I'm learning this. I already knew it, but I'm just noticing the two biggest plays and the ones we hit, they're using more spread defense than anything. So every single one of your plays on like UNH and Intel, depending on the ones with like appropriate time, that's how they're doing. That's what's making it so hard right now. Because we're talking 100% differences on all of them. The single kettlebell. Dude, do that neck thing I showed you yesterday. I did that I love that thing. That thing helps me so much. The little retraction thing. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the sun. Finally. Dude, it was so cloudy. So beautiful. Beautiful. I just want you to know. You're my favorite coat. Yeah, but I don't know why. Bro, the long term is killing it. It's all Spotify. And then I guess Intel too now. Because now we have a big position. George Anthony. Trump says if Putin meeting doesn't go well, I would walk. So now you got another update. Sounds good. I'm leaning it's sounding positive. I just don't know what to play it with. So I think the media is walking it back. But the fact that Trump is saying this and then they're saying 6 to 7 hours in the morning, I'm feeling more optimistic to be honest with you. I just don't have a play associated with it because I don't know how it'll play out. Maybe, oh. Wait a minute. No, I figured it out. I got it. It's too late, though. I know what it is. No. It's not oil. It's not going to be a war stock. No. Those would go down. Or they might hold up. They might not go down. They may just hold up. So LMT, RTX, that's going to be difficult. Because you just won't know. But I think I know what it is, bro. I just don't like that they have premium right now. And I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not a bastard. The Lord is my father. Amen. Yo, did I just get cut out? Intel's coming down. That's funny. That's a new one. What was that? You hear that? XLE on the high. Huh? I was like, am I getting different quotes, bro? Yeah. No, it's not China. Okay, I don't like the... I have one, but it's not... Yeah, I could put this one out, but we could do a lot better. So I wouldn't... Don't, like, fall in love with this one. All right, are you ready? So I think I have it's a subtle play related to the deal. If we get positivity out of Russia and America and the war, right? Let's say we get a ceasefire. All I'm going to tell you is this. I'm looking at September. I think we could do better. We'll wait, but here's your answer. You'll only understand this if you watch the watch list. The dowry. Think about it. I'm guessing, but I think the dowry might come true. So yeah, I'm looking at September, but I think if we wait middle of the day, if we get a flush, we could get them a lot cheaper. Ta-da! So yeah, I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. Again, offshoot. But yeah, dowry.
The other moves that a new stake, Lennar, A shares.
Okay, BRB. I need to go
If
pee.
you take that
Follow me on Instagram.
and you
At the
look
Trading
at the
Fraternity.
continuation of the Apple trimming, the continuation of the Bank of America trimming, and the addition of other healthcare names, part of me is like, are these representative, Josh, of a view of a broadening story coming in the market?
Can I answer
because
that? Yes.
it smacks of that, does it not?
I think that's such a great question. And Warren Buffett historically would go out of his way to say that he does not have macro forecasts as part of his process. He's just looking to buy great companies at a good price. But we've seen him make incredible macro calls. And the last time he got heavily involved in housing was as they were bringing rates down to fight off the recession of 2001 and 2002. And we saw him buying carpet companies and paint companies and making a big bet on the housing market. And that, of course, turned out to have been an incredible bet. I think he sees what the rest of us see. We don't have enough homes in this country. We have sluggish existing home sales. We do have some home building activity, but probably we need more demographically. And rates are going to come down. And maybe Berkshire doesn't know, like, when is the next 25 basis point rate cut, but I think they do know that this is a pent-up bull market waiting to happen. And if you believe that, D.R. Horton is exactly what you'd want to buy. And I talked about buying Rocket myself, and there are a lot of other trades in this space. So, Scott, I don't think that he would say he knows what the economy is going to do. It's not really the Berkshire style, but I do think they have a macro view. Ted and Todd definitely do. And this looks exactly like what you described. It looks like a point of view. That point of view is that the economy is slowing and rates are too high.
Right, Brent, hold on, I want to hear from Brenda first. So, hold on. Right, healthcare's been so bad. Some say, well, maybe now it's good. So you increase your positioning there. UNH is only one representation of that. And then housing, been so bad. Maybe now it's finally good. Small caps have been so bad. Maybe now they're finally good. You have the IWM, correct?
We do, and we also have the IJH, which is a mid-cap, which is more of an overweight in our portfolios. But I do think if you look in those small and mid-cap sectors, they're really much more representative of, industrials, of financials, of REITs, a lot of these areas that have not performed quite as well, but where there is still a decent story, particularly on industrials and financials, and I think REITs too, if we start to get rates coming down. So I do think that we could have more of a broadening, even though there is certainly an argument that the earnings growth just hasn't been there. Yeah. But I think if we do get signs that earnings growth is starting to get a little bit better and rates come down marginally, that could be the start of a better story unfolding there.
What do you want to say, Jen?
It could also, even if there's not a macro theme on it, it could also literally just be sell high, buy low.
It feels like it's more than that because it's so targeted in areas that
I hear you
would seemingly be on the better side of things coming up. I want to move and talk about a stock of the day for sure. It's Applied Materials. They gave weak guidance. Stock's getting crushed. The chip equipment names are all lower on that. Some of the semis are as well. The SMH has been at a record high of late. It's notable for us today not only to bring you the move, but to bring you the move in the market, but to bring you the move of Josh Brown. Is this Lam Research new buy for you directly related to what's happening in the market today?
Sometimes you just get lucky. I wrote the stock up. It's been on the best stocks list in the market pretty much all year. It's just been absolutely on fire. And it's one of these names where you just look at it and say, I can't buy it now. I can't buy it now. And then they report another earnings quarter and the stock keeps rallying. I got a chance to buy it under 100 today, so I pulled the trigger. And this is a name that look, it's a trade. I'm looking at the 50-day moving average, which is a rising 50-day. I'm looking at a stock that's now given back the entirety of its post-earnings report gain. Their last earnings report, they affirmed guidance for the year. Guidance was amazing. The report was off the charts good. And then AMAT comes out today and is talking about export licensing issues with China. And I understand the way the market works. Stocks trade in baskets. There are ETFs. People become forced sellers of stocks that just get caught in the crossfire. Everyone on the desk, myself included, have experienced that all the time. So I look at Lam and I say, wait a minute. Stock was 102 Monday, went up to 107. Now it's 99 and change. I'm pulling the trigger. So that's where I am with this. Just a very quick thing on Lam itself, getting away from the AMAT stuff. The reason why it's one of the best stocks in the market, quite frankly, is the earnings and revenue results and the forward guidance. I highly doubt they would have given guidance 10 days ago and then make a material change to that. So I think the selling on this AMAT thing is just misplaced and wrong.
Rob, you own some of these names too. You own Lam and AMAT or KLA?
We own them all.
Oh, you own them all. Okay.
We own them all.
So what do you take from AMAT and what do you take from Jay Brown?
Let me make a quick macro comment on them first. Number one, these are all great businesses, but let's remember they're high beta businesses. Back in July, we did a lot of trimming because we thought a lot of the price performance had been pulled forward in the names. Right now, AMAT stands at a 1.5% position. We're comfortable with that. They face some significant headwinds from China, that's for sure. Lam's a little different. It's been a great performer, but let's remember, it's still not cheap. It trades at a 30% premium to its 10-year average. We're still holding them.
Something about
the demand
FDA
is great,
aware of
but
Medtronic issue affecting
it's one of these
customers'
companies that's
left
going to
heart
get
vent
sucked into these
catheters.
rotations, and Josh is right.
So,
if you want to own
I am
it,
right.
this
Thank
is
you.
the
The Lord
time
is
to
king.
kind of be a buyer.
That's the
Let
correct
me
thing.
note as well, the banks having their best
MBT,
week since
not
July
moving up.
4th. And Rob, I'll just get back to you. I mean, you have JP. A lot of
I
people
need
on
to
this
do a
program today
stretch,
have
bro. I
JP
gotta
Morgan.
take
Brenda's got
advantage.
JP Morgan. Josh has JP Morgan.
While he's talking.
As do you. You also have Wells. So since you have one more of the big banks, why are they having their best week, do you think, since July 4th?
I think it's obviously because of rate cut expectations. It's because the economic data has held up. I think animal spirits may be expected to come back. Capital markets activity might be expected to reignite. Some of these banks trade at reasonably cheap levels. We own Comerica, for example, as a regional bank. Jefferies is cheap relative to what it's been in a while, and it has incredible embedded leverage to the capital markets activity we're going to see. So anytime you get these notions of rate cuts, right, you're going to get a match that, kind of lights these up a little bit.
Brent?
Yeah, I think the other thing you can throw in there is, especially with the regional banks, is hope of more deregulation, which would really be helpful for this group on top of rate cuts, rates coming down. So I think that, and certainly the capital market activity, as Rob mentioned, has also been relatively strong this week. So more signs that more could be coming there, which would definitely be a positive for those larger banks.
Scotty, one thing on that that's driven kind of small cap too, not to go, but small cap I think is a pain trade. I don't think it's time yet. If you go back to 1998, and it wasn't until the third cut, we had a major uptick after the Greenspan kind of perfect housing, irrational exuberance, and you had cuts. You had
4 years.
That's what I'm saying. So I think before you're going to see a rotation, you better pay attention not to get off this train too early.
Okay.
And kind of chase that when it was probably a pain trade.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll do our calls of the day, our top ones next. Plus, coming up later, Josh Brown, best stocks in the market. Spotlight under one under the radar software stock. Software, that's right in the mix, too, of the conversation right now. We're back in 2.
Hi. I had to move around a little bit, bro. Gotta stretch, man. But how y'all living? SpaceX announces test flight. But yeah, man, this is a Friday, bro. I don't know. A lot of individual moves, they kind of are moving still, but yeah, you've spent the last 3 hours pinned near the low. Oh, wow, UNH still going. Oh, man. Well, I hope you guys are having a good day. God bless God and America. And you, Chad. And you, brother. And you. Be blessed. Be blessed. ENTX. A lot of things are still moving. I still want to say, though, it's 70% red. Let's see. We have Dow 14 green, 16 in the red. NASDAQ 60 in the green. No, yeah, bro, you flipped. No fucking way. Yeah, you did flip. NASDAQ has more names green. So make no mistake, that little Trump or that little Putin zone, it led to 20 names flipping green. So it's not bad. And then SPY 232, you got 10 more names went green. So you actually kind of advanced a little bit more. The weighting might be reflecting other stuff, but yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, UNH. Yeah, Centene. Again, we have that one too. So and that one with time. Like I'm saying, this healthcare I didn't buy value. I didn't buy healthcare for the long term, but I bought a lot of time on cheap options, if you've noticed. So yeah, that's the difference. And then we picked up Intel for the long term. I like it, man. I don't know. I don't think everything was perfect. I could have done it better with Intel, but I like the setup. I like what we got. Now we just got to be patient. Good thing Philo is coming soon. Well, stop telling people UNH. You guys, again, I talked about it when the contracts were 5 cents. So, but now I think, ooh, that's scary. But yeah, at this point, I think everyone's telling you what price they want their option to go to. So, either way, like I was telling you guys, I'll let you know when the premiums are there. I already gave the FOMO zone earlier. I said you should have been riding the wave already and made your mind up on it. We were talking that here even. So I'll tell you a play once it comes down, but it hasn't came down yet. Okay. Big on platinum, and I think they'd want rare earths. I think even chips too. So, but I have I have one idea. Did you hear that? It's getting noisy in here. I think 3:30, 30 minutes before the bell, they got stuff scheduled, but knowing Trump and how a lot of these have also played out, they'll probably come after the bell. But yeah, so end of the day though, end of the market day, we should be hearing something. Shall we? And then market's been like this, but do not be deceived. You had a couple of things move. So you're getting a couple of advancers as well as decliners. A verb. A nickel and gold. Gold too, but I think those are the commodities, or I'm viewing them separately. But I think you guys are right. I think you guys are right on the industry. That's why I'm trying to find the one that would be more just like company oriented. This meditation tone? Come on, where you been at, bro? Where you been at? The notification for long term in YouTube? I don't know, it's YouTube, man. I don't know why they don't show you my shit. I think I know why, but yeah, it's on the post tab, so. But if you check in or if you follow me, I need to post the Instagram reel. I forgot to do that for Intel. Oh shit. What video should I post? But yeah, I usually post it on all of my social media. So it's not hard, bro. ARM on the low. Oh, that looked bigger than it was. Then T-Mobile on the high. Oh, wheat and fertilizer. Yeah, I think you're actually, what is it? The 4-in-1. There's NTR or Mosaic, even though they're not. Yeah, I like that one. I like that idea. But then again, these companies benefited off of a lack of peace. You get what I'm saying? So that's why, like, the RTXs and the ones there, I'd assume they do the opposite. Yeah, I need the Insta post, bro. What video? I don't know if I have any. I usually just find a cool video I taken recently. So yeah, I got a bunch of. Oh, I should post me just shooting on y'all. Just balling them up. I got some crazy videos you guys have never seen. They don't feel me, bro. I'll get one there. Circle again. That ripped on the earlier. Watch, if UNH and Intel go, bro, that's a fucking computer. Because they're all fucking doing it at the same time. But now UNH is going down. But Circle, and then I'm noticing flow on Circle and Intel at the same time. Unless we're about to get hit with a headline. Damn, he said get a membership. No more IG. Oh, that's... Damn, bro. Alright, I guess. All right, Intel is all the Intels are going up. Intel is slowly climbing up. They scam the contracts in the morning. I'm glad I got rid of the one that expires, but that one is still going up. But like, all of the cheap ones are still, they're like, the floor just keeps rising, bro. So nothing's confirmed, but the premiums move slow, but they're moving stable. Largest gain since 08. Damn. And then Intel's about, yep, new high there. It's only hit 108 highs. That's crazy. So think about it. There's a lot of names with several hundred, but yeah, that's a new high. But it's kind of, even though it's 6%, I don't know why Circle is moving. That just kept popping. Okay, more on Intel. Oh, Trump on Putin meeting. Europe's not telling me what to do. Yeah. Hold on. This motherfucker. Yeah, bro. He's talking right now. I'm getting the first comment. So that's why. Remember I was telling you. I was like, either it's flow, it's a computer, or something's about to happen. Run, Sunrise. Did he say something on solar? Those are already up. He might. Trump want to see a ceasefire. Won't be happy if it's not today. Okay, so oil's on watch too then. So bad. If it goes bad, oil's gonna get rocked. That's my guess. But yeah, so he's saying no. He wants a ceasefire today. Someone's going to ask him about Intel, so keep Intel on watch right now. That's what I'm saying. It's starting to move up. I already even told you in advance, and now I'm getting the headline, so it's lining up. And then SPY's just staying pinned, but Trump is talking somewhere right now. He may have just landed. Let me see if I can get you a feed. Yeah, people got some live videos. There's one scheduled in the next couple of minutes. Or like 30 minutes. But yeah, so he is talking. Again, we're getting these comments. FSLR. That's our son. I don't know if he's going to say anything on that topic, but they're moving. Again, remember last time when they were talking, again, Sunrun again, when they were discussing whether or not they were going to get the money, the Biden money. UNH. Isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. I think that other one was there. It might have been a repeat. I only see them, but those comments do look old. But I saw one that was new. That's what I'm saying with the movement. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Wait for a second. But he's saying he wants to see. That's the one about kind of hammering down today. That's the one. Okay, the solar ones are going, bro. That just did 10% right in front of you. Literally. So again, First Solar, all of the sun plays are starting to catch a bid for some reason. I don't know why. On rig, maybe actually. Yeah, very odd. Yeah, they ain't letting you get any of them. I don't know. If we could confirm it with policy, but dude, it just did 10% right in front of you. If any of you grab those, you hit. I just don't know what it is. Like I'm saying, all I know contextually is they've talked about letting them have the Biden money. That was a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. But yeah, they're all going up. Enphase as well, and then you got Intel. All right. I like this Sun plays, but there's just, I can't find anything good, bro. The spreads and everything they're doing is like kind of wicked. Let's see. What? Yeah, that's just too much. That's why. Yeah, it's already up a lot. I have one on watch for the sun, but I don't like it. Just that one, wait on it. I'll give you an update on that one. Watch it if you could confirm the news. And now you got to, they're all up 10% though. That's why I'm saying we're talking, these are already up like 4,000% big homie. So you're not going to get the same. And the plays are going kind of cuckoo. But keep them on watch. I just don't, they're not optimal yet. Yeah, those Lilies killed it. We had another 1,000%er on Lily if you saw that one. Yeah, bro, I just put up Sunrun and then it literally went 10% in front of all of you. That's why I was like, oh shit, it was out with the other shit. And we'll see. And then Intel hit a new high, coming down a little bit. I haven't looked at UNH yet, but maybe you might get something on solar. That's something to think about. And then we were hearing the comments. I only got one off of Trump, and then that's it. Iran, didn't we see that? And then Cyber. Again, didn't Cyber buy someone or they got bought out? NEE, another one. Energy. Bro, all these energy names just went crazy. I don't know if it's an energy deal. But yeah, or it's related to something, bro. But yeah, that's 10%. Nextera is only 3. So all the other ones have gone up about 10%. So do as you please, my friend. Yeah, now NEE, that's another one. An NEE for solar, all of Citron long. Whoa. Was that an earthquake? Dude, do you guys hear me? The whole fucking house just shook. You felt that, right? Oh, dude. Dude. Yo. Dude. That just, I don't know if I hit the wall or not. I was like, did that? Dude, I'm on top of the mountain. That's amazing. You felt nothing in Georgia. Nice. Nice. All right. Intel again. All right. That other play would have been in the money if you held the one I sold, the daily. So I didn't want to risk it. Honestly, they didn't go up that much. It only went up a couple more pennies. So awesome. Yeah, it was slight. It wasn't like the other one. That one where I like really got shooken up, bro. Intel ripping. Sam Altman's brain chip venture to be mulling gene therapy approach. Or? Is this? That's literally the plot of the 100, might I add. But yeah. Nice, I guess. And then Pepsi's climbing. Yeah, it's funny. Intel, the spreads are moving on the longer dated ones. The short dated ones, though, are moving up a lot better now. Because, again, we have another set that's in the money. So, on Intel, those are really, really going now. But, yeah, not bad, bro. Not bad. One crew. Circle. Again, both of them. I was saying both of them would just get a bunch of these volume bursts. So, I don't know. And then we'll see if your boy ends up saying anything. Trump, you don't have any more comments. Solar T1 specialty glassmaker Corning have made an agreement. Remember, Corning, I can't even believe they're at like 50 all-time highs, I think. Do we have that many earthquakes? Yeah. That one wasn't bad. I thought I hit my chair. And I was like, oh shit. Shook a little. But then my thing cut out. Or I thought you guys just started being silent. Like, y'all fucking with me? Intel. Core Weave's on the high. Again, they had that bad news too. And JD. One crew or enemy of one crew. Which one are you, brother? Yeah, literally. And then after there's an earthquake, you'll think there's an earthquake. And then when I think there's an earthquake, there's not an earthquake. And then when I don't think there's an earthquake, there is an earthquake. It's really annoying. Tyree, how are you, brother? How you been, big dog? Solid, bro. What's up, baby? Hey, man. Hey, man. Let's go. And get ready. I hope you guys are ready for philo. You're welcome for the education. Pepsi, Intel, pizza, learning. Amen. Change the children's future, bro. Good, bro. The Lord is with you, man. Way to stay strong. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, man. That's it. Hopefully I see you soon too, bro. Amen. Did I use a realtor for the ranch? No, we used the goat barter system. It's really old, but it works. So, and if any of, never mind. I was going to say I have a sister, but I can't believe yesterday, bro. Halfway through, she gives me it, and she's like, get in it all, and then she's like, wait a minute. How do I know how do I know you're my brother? How do I know? I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. Just fucking. Oh. I was actually doing, like, that's a weird candle for ouster on the high as well. XL Energy. That thing's popping like it has news. It was already down prior. XEL, literally going negative to green. It's about $1. That's about 1%. If it goes another $2, you'll be at the trigger. And then eBay. But yeah, XEL. Core weave, and then Intel went up and then got hit with the red. All right, SPY FV. This is the highest you've been in like 2 hours. Hour and a half. And Intel's finally coming down. This smells like a small cap rally. No. So I don't like that phrase when you guys do that. I don't think that's good. You know, just keep it to yourself what you think it smells like, what you think is going to run. Give us actionable info. We need something good. Otherwise, it's very pumpy, FOMO-y. I just don't think it's good. So the chat's gotten really cleaned up. So I try to take note of what you see and what you don't see. IREN2, that was another one. I don't know if it's buyout or not. And then SPY is above VWAP. So you're going, even JD, a few others as well. So, Chad Adonia. Well, listen, you're going to be banned next time. There's no more careful, okay? So I'm telling you now. I'd read the rules. I'd maybe chat less if you care about your $5. and I'd listen more, and you could observe the chats and the messages you see and don't see ever again. So get with it, baby. Get with it. It is time for philo, baby. It is time for philo. Woo! So yeah, Chattadonia. If you would like to talk about Jesus. Oh, I'm a big fan of Jesus. So we're going to talk about life. It was a good day today. And we still may have a lot more. So unfortunately, though, all of a lot more is going to have to wait until we come together with community and our brethren and sisters and talk about life. So I look forward to it. If you want to be there, you can be there. If not, and you don't like it, don't come. But other than that, have a good rest of your day and Friday. And let's have a good one. And I love you. And thank you for your time. And God bless you, America, and the veterans. And get ready. Peace.